We live, y'all. We live, man. Y'all know what it is. It's the Nature Sports Podcast. About to bring y'all this good old Cowboys, man. Cowboys and Packers today. Y'all know what it is. My name is ETA Money Row. I'm just gonna give y'all what I know. You did. And we gonna get it in today, man. And shout out to everybody out there listening in. We're gonna have the guys in here. Uptown Vido, Pointe B, Big Son. Man, y'all know what we doing today, man. We gonna give y'all this good Cowboys game. Yesterday, shout out to all the winners from yesterday. The Texans and the Chiefs. They're moving right along, baby, right along. So this is the first game of the day, man. It's gonna be exciting. We already got action. We're gonna get y'all caught on up on what's happening so far, stats, highlights, everything else that come along with it, baby. Y'all know what it do here on the Nature's Sports Podcast. ZTA Money Row, man. Doing it for y'all, man. Only the way we can do it, man. Shout out to all the podcasters out there, man. Everybody out there listening, everybody out there grooving with us. We appreciate you always, always. Even though this is the Washington Sports Podcast, we still want to give y'all all the good NFL stuff, man, from around the board. We are not just Redskins podcast, even though we're based in Washington, D.C. We are a podcast for all over the city. So shout out to everybody out there listening, man. Again, we appreciate you, and we're always gonna ride with you, y'all. The same way y'all ride with us. It's the Nature Sports Podcast, man. I'm ETA Money Row. I'm gonna bring y'all what I know, baby. Bring you what I know. So you got the Dallas Cowboys. Got the Green Bay Packers today, man. This could be a good one. Cowboys heavily favored in this one by 7 points. But the Packers are up in this one 7-0. So I'm gonna get y'all caught up on exactly how that happened and exactly where we are in this one so far. Exactly where we are in this one so far, man. We kept on saying yesterday. I said it yesterday. I was going Packers. Vido picked the Packers as well, so we might not be that off. We might not be too far off of what's going on, man, in this one. Can we get a Dallas upset? Will it be another Cowboys upset? Will it be another Cowboys upset? Nobody really expected the Cowboys to go up, the Packers to go up in this one. However, they did. So, shout out to everybody out there, man. Again, listen, the Packers with the ball. Aaron Jones to the right side. He is tackled by Micah Parsons. So we're going to get it. We're going to get it how we live today, baby. Packers up 7-0 in this one. Love going deep. Good coverage by the Cowboys on that one. On that play there. I don't know, Dallas. I don't know. Y'all going to have to come to play today. Y'all going to have to come and play with these ones here. Because these Packers ain't going to play with you. Green Bay has always given Dallas some good, strong go in the playoffs. So you can expect that they're going to do the same today. Again, we here live on the Nature Sports Podcast. I'm ETA Money Row. On that 3rd and 10, it was a 3rd and 10 shot down the middle to Dobbs, who catches the ball for the Packers out to the Dallas 49-yard line for a 26-yard gain on the play. Get y'all caught up. First drive for the Packers, 12 plays, 75 yards. And a touch for the touchdown. Yes, indeed. Packers driving the ball down, man. The touchdown was scored by Aaron Jones with a 3-yard run. Packers been really good in this one on the 3rd and 9s. So I just think that, that should be something that we got to keep an eye out for with these Cowboys here. Yeah, they. But Jordan Love looks good, man. Jordan Love looks good, man. Jordan Love looks good. Look, Aaron Rodgers-esque, ain't he? This is Aaron Rodgers-esque. Will he make his legacy today? He do got a chance to do so. He has a great opportunity to make a great legacy today for himself and for the Green Bay faithful out there. It's a run by Bland off the left guard to the Dallas 47. Green Bay is in Dallas territory with a chance to move up in this one. Yes, indeed. Wilson with the run. Man, it's a good game, man. This is so far, I mean, for everybody who's rooting for the Packers fans out there, the 9-8 Packers playing against the 12-5 Cowboys. And this one, man, this is gonna be strong. This is gonna be big for both teams, no doubt about it. We're gonna make sure that we post up and everything, man. Get everybody acclimated. Shout out to everybody out there listening on YouTube, everybody out there listening on Twitter, everybody out there listening on Instagram. You know, we're gonna give it to y'all as real as we can, man, the way we do it every day. You know. Jordan Love with the incomplete pass. You got a 3rd and 9 for the Green Bay Packers. And this one. You got a 3rd and 9 for the Packers. Again, it was an incomplete pass by Jordan Love. On the 3rd and 8, deep pass to the right. Incomplete. Oh, but you got a penalty on the play. Offensive holding. It's declined. Dallas going to take the points. Take the punt. Take the punt. A lot of people thought it was a pass interference, as did I, but actually it was a holding penalty. Guy held Micah Parsons, and he definitely held. That is a good call by the refs on that one. On the 4th and 8, it's a punt caught by fair catch by Robert Turbin at the Dallas 8-yard line. So Dallas would start off deep in their own territory in this one. Again, we're going to get everybody caught up, everybody there on Facebook. We're going to make sure that y'all get the proper links, so that we can get y'all in as well. You dig? Waiting for the punt now. Yeah, actually, the punt has already happened. Sorry, the punt has happened down to the Dallas 8-yard line. ETA Money Row, Uptown Vido. Point B, Big Son, the Nature Sports Podcast, man. Y'all know what we doing today. Cowboys and Packers. Sorry, I'm doing a little adjusting. Trying to get caught up, baby. Y'all know what we do here. The Nature Sports Podcast, man. Go ahead, the guys in here today. I expected. See what we do. As usual, you know. Bringing y'all the live good sports here. The games yesterday, man. How'd y'all like the games yesterday for everybody out there listening? Hopefully you like what you saw out your team, if your team was one of the ones playing yesterday. Ours was not. The Redskins were not playing yesterday. We've been eliminated. We were eliminated probably in week 5 or 4. You know, we was out of that big liquor. So shout out to everybody out there whose teams are still playing. We definitely are not haters. So, you know, we'll give you the game as it comes along. You got a 1st and 10 by the Cowboys. And we had a timeout on the play. Yes, indeed. Shout out to everybody out there, man, around the country listening in. This is the Nature Sports Podcast here. My name is ETA Money Row. bringing you the game live. Bringing you the game live, man. Dallas Cowboys, Green Bay Packers. The Packers are up 7-0 in this one. It is 1:26 left in the first quarter. And again, just to get y'all caught up, the last drive by the Packers was 6 plays, 28 yards for 229 on that one. The Dallas Cowboys went 6 and out for 27 yards, six plays, 27 yards, in which they punted. The first Packers drive, they went 12 plays, 75 yards for 7 minutes and 52 seconds off the clock, in which they scored a Ronald Jones 3-yard touchdown for the lead to take a 7-0 lead in Dallas against the NFC champion Dallas Cowboys. Mike McCarthy going up against his former team. I guess this is the game against former teams. That's what makes this so spicy today. So spicy. This is the game of everybody going up against their former teams. We'll have the Rams later on taking on the Detroit Lions, which Matthew Stafford, both Stafford and Goff, both quarterbacks will be going up against the former team. It's a trade for each other. So it's good to see that those guys, the trades worked out for both players. Going deep to Brandon Cooks. It was a throw from Dak Prescott to Brandon Cooks down the left sideline. Brandon Cooks couldn't catch up to that one. Incomplete pass on the first down. You know, CeeDee Lamb seems to be having trouble out there. CeeDee Lamb seemed to be having trouble out there. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, Lamb, whatever it is that's going on out there. I'm not sure. But I think Prescott, his legacy is a little bit on the line here. Had a run up the middle to Lamb on the read option up the middle. It's a 3rd and 4, it looks like, for the Dallas Cowboys. It's a very important 3rd down for the Dallas Cowboys. Very important 3rd down for the Dallas Cowboys. Shout out to everybody out there listening. This is the Nature Sports Podcast. We got ETA Rowe in the building. And just bringing you the Cowboys and Packers. Dak Prescott back to pass, looking to the right side. Goes back, he throws it. It is interception. Interception. Oh, he gets up, running in the end zone. Can we get it in the end zone? It looks like a touchdown for the Packers. Is that a touchdown, or did he go out of bounds? Jair Alexander, who's actually on the injury report today, wasn't even supposed to play. So it's good to see Jair Alexander out there making plays. It definitely was an interception. I mean, it looks like one. Let's see what we got here. He was trying to go to Cooks. He definitely got his hands on Cooks. It is a pick. It is a pick. It is a definite pick. Now, did Cooks get him while he was on the ground is the question. Yes, he was on the ground. It would be a dead ball. It looks like at the Dallas Cowboys 19-yard line. Interception, Jair Alexander on Dak Prescott. This Packers defense has come to play today. Come to play today. Dancing on the sideline, baby. Ooh. Will this be an upset of ultimate proportions? Could be, baby. Could be. For all the people out there listening, this is the Nature's Sports Podcast. I am ETA Money Rowe, bringing you the Cowboys and Packers live from AT&T Stadium. I'm not at AT&T, but they are. Jordan Love, 5 for 88 yards in this one, and he is in shotgun right now, waiting for the play. Aaron Jones in motion. Screen to Aaron Jones. He gets to the 20, 15, 10. He is deep in Dallas territory at the 7-yard line, on his way in the end zone. It is looking like great play, 6-yard line. That was a 15-yard play to the 15-yard play, 13-yard play to Aaron Jones out of the backfield. You had another run by Aaron Jones to the Dallas 1-yard line. Penalty on the play, offensive holding, taking it back to the Dallas 6-yard line. Cowboys are not coming out looking there playing their best so far. That's going to knock the play back to the 16, to the Dallas 16. To the Dallas 16. So you'll have a First and goal from the 16-yard line on the hold. Hold by the tight end tackle Croft on the hold. Well, tight end, sorry. Not tackle, tight end Croft. Let me look. He held Parsons. He definitely got his hand up under the shoulder pad, the right shoulder pad of Parsons. So I think that's a good call on that one. You know, shout out to everybody out here listening, man. It's the Nature Sports Podcast, ETA Money Row, bringing you the Dallas Cowboys, Green Bay Packers live. The Packers can go up in this one big. And I'm not sure the Dallas Cowboys will be able to walk themselves up out of this long haul if Green Bay finds a way to get in that end zone. I mean, this is getting greasy early. And you can't hate it. Man. You can't hate it at all. Again, shout out to everybody out there listening. This is the Nature Sports Podcast. The Green Bay Packers are deep in Dallas territory. Looks like they could go in, but they have a 1st and 10 from the Dallas 24. So, Aaron Jones, right tackle to the Dallas 19 for 5 yards on this sequence. And so, this is big. Then it was a short pass from Jordan Love to Musgrave, and he was pushed out of bounds to the Dallas 11 for 8 yards. So now you have a 1st and 10 from the Dallas 11, so they can get one first down if they get to the 1 yard line before they get in. So this is a really good situation for the Green Bay Packers. I mean, how could you have expected them to come out any better in Dallas, facing a team that a lot of people felt like was the best team in the NFC altogether, and maybe should have had the first overall seed. Well, I don't know about that, but a lot of people felt that way. A lot of people liked the Dallas Cowboys if they were going to make a run to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1996. This would be the team to do it. But I don't know now. I don't know. Is this the team to do it? Shout out to everybody out there listening on Instagram, Facebook. No, we're not on Facebook yet. I'm about to put the links up on Facebook where you can catch that. So shout out to everybody out there listening on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube currently. This is ETA Money Row, bringing you this wild card Dallas Cowboys Green Bay Packers game. That is the end of the first quarter. The Packers have 108 total yards, 81 passing yards, 19 plays. The Dallas Cowboys have 0 yards in the first quarter. I mean, it's been atrocious for the Dallas Cowboys. It's 1st and goal for the Packers in this one. Oh, it's a throw up the middle. It is a catch. It is a catch by Rasul. Sorry, by Dobbs. It is a catch by Dobbs down to the Dallas 1 yard line. It looks like Green Bay's going to go in on this one. Oh, my goodness. This is getting ugly early. Ugly early, man. They are down at the 1 yard line with a chance to go up 14-0. It is a touchdown. The Green Bay Packers, Aaron Jones with the 2nd touchdown of the day over the left guard. Man, they're going to have some trouble with these Packers here. It's 14-0 Green Bay. Wow. In Dallas. Wow. Dallas better do something. Dallas better do something. Shout out to everybody out there listening, man. It's the Nature Sports Podcast, man, bringing you the Cowboys and the Packers. And I'm going to tell you now, Dallas better do something. Green Bay came to play, man. Green Bay came to play. You know, Green Bay came to play. Green Bay came to play. Green Bay came to play. all this was a 7 points off of turnovers. So, man, I don't know. Maybe Dallas slept a little bit on this Packers team. I don't think that was smart. This is a playoff team, and the Packers just started off slow. But this Packers team really is a good team, especially when you looked at Jordan Love's numbers. I mean, he had 4,100 yards this year. So the guy, I mean, he started off slow, but man, they did it. Seem like the Packers did it the right way when it comes to Jordan Love, because he came on strong late, and you can't hate on that. You can't hate on that, man. He came on real strong late. So, just trying to get everything up on the Twitterverse and on everything else. Shout out to everybody out there listening, man. This is the Nature Sports Podcast, and this is ETA Money Row, giving you what I know, baby. Shout out to everybody out there in Dallas. Man, I feel for y'all. I feel for y'all. Another playoff run. Could be another early exit for the Cowboys, despite having a 10-win season. Is this what the Mike McCarthy era will entail? I don't know, man. I don't know. Shout out to everybody out there listening, man. Uptown, Vido, Point B, Big Son, the other co-host of this program, man. It's the Nature Sports Podcast. Watching the Cowboys down 14-0 at home with 14:15 left in the second quarter. Oh, wow. Who would have thunk it? Will this be upset Sunday? Will this be the upset Sunday? I mean, we didn't have any upsets yesterday. Actually, we did. The Houston Texans definitely upset. It was an upset in their game where they beat the number one defense in the league in the Cleveland Browns, and they beat them handily, putting up 45 on their heads. 40 burger on their heads. Eat that. 40 burger. And they beat them 45-14. So, again, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. You can't hate it. Aaron Jones with the ripped jerseys. They over there stitching them up already. Stitch them up, baby. Stitch them up. Y'all know me, man. I don't usually do Cowboy games, but this is a playoff game, and we have two teams in the NFC East that are in it. So you might as well make sure that you do it, man. It was good coverage on the play. It was a kickoff for Robert Turbin. Great coverage on the play. Great coverage on the play. Y'all know what it do, man. Y'all know what it do. Can't hate on them. This is getting spicy. Early. You got to run off tackle for 11 yards for Tony Pollard down to the Dallas 25. It's a good run by Pollard. They're going to need Pollard to step up for sure, because if the Packers are weak anywhere, it's going to be in the running game somewhat. I do not trust Dak Prescott in this area. I do not really trust him in playoff games. That's just me being a Redskin fan, though. So maybe that has something a little bit to do with it. But the pudding shows. He already threw an interception in his own territory. So the pudding shows when you eat it. Run for Pollard up the middle for about 7 yards on the play. Up to the Dallas 32-yard line. Shotgun short pass to Robert Dodo to the 37-yard line. Got a first down for Dallas on the 3rd and 2. They definitely needed that. Not Nixon on the tackle. Dallas is in the hurry-up offense. Dak Prescott, incomplete pass short right to CeeDee Lamb. Man, CeeDee Lamb doesn't look good in this game. CeeDee Lamb does not look good in this game. CD Lamb does not look good in this one. Shout out to everybody out there listening on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, you know, it's man, it's gutter out there today, baby. Gutter. Straight from the gutter, man. Straight from the gutter, man. Dallas looking gutter. They down 14-0 in their own building. I'm pretty sure people gonna start booing second. I know I would be. I would be booing. I paid all that money for them tickets and they getting beat 14-0. That's another drop for CD Lamb, though. On the other hand, I mean, we gotta acknowledge that Dak Prescott deep pass down the middle to Ferguson, 40 to the Green Bay 41 for 22 yards. Owens with the tackle. Woo! Dallas trying to come back and give him something. They heard me talking trash. That's what that is. They heard me talking trash. They heard me talking trash. Dak Prescott was 2 for 6 before that play to Ferguson for 5 yards and a pick. Great catch by Ferguson, though. Cowboys in Green Bay territory for the first time in this one. Tony Pollard up the middle. Sorry, Brandon Cooks on the end of round for 6-yard gain. Woo! Then you had Pollard up the middle for a 1-yard run to the Green Bay 36. Dallas is in field goal range. Dallas trying to give him a little something. They in hurry up offense. I mean, when Dallas get in a bind, they always move to that hurry up offense. They always move to that. Tony Pollard up the middle for a -1 yard on the carry. Kenny Clark with the tackle. Dak Prescott back to pass. Sacked on a 3rd and 5, -6. That knocks them out of field goal range. The Cowboys got a punt. They're at the 42-yard line. I mean, they don't have a choice but to punt here. And they are really struggling against the Packers offense. Man, Dallas can go into a deep hole in this one. A very deep hole. Nobody thunk it. Nobody thunk it. The unthinkable, baby. Another penalty on Dallas. Delayed game. I guess they did this purposely to move back. They did it purposely to try to move back and give a punter a little bit of room. But Prescott doesn't look good at all. At all, man. Sacked by a cornerback. Man. Nixon with the sack. Packers are playing big. You got to give him some credit. Got to give him some credit, man. Nixon roughing up CD Lamb. They are physical. It just seemed like the Packers just out physicaling. Even if that's definitely not a word, but it just seems like they're out physicaling the Dallas Cowboys right now, man. I don't know, Dallas fans. I don't know. I might have got my wish as a Redskin fan to not have to hear the Cowboys fans tomorrow. Still early in the game, though. I'm gonna be optimistic for the Cowboys for whatever reason. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I'm gonna give y'all some optimism. It's early in the game. 9:07 left in the second. You are down 14-0, but if your defense can get a stop here, then y'all looking like something. I'm gonna be a little optimistic. I'm not gonna be the Debbie Downer. I'm gonna call it straight out. But I'd be lying if I didn't say, hey, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good start for the Redskin fans. Let's just say that. 9 plays, 39 yards, 5:08 off the clock for the Dallas Cowboys on that drive. No points. Again, shout out to everybody out there listening. on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. What else we on? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. No matter how you listening, man, you listening. And so this is getting ugly. This is getting ugly. Let me get Vido in here. Let me get Vido in here. Let me get Vido in here. Hey, 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 you called it. You called it.
You called it. You called it. In the way the Cowboys gonna lose to the Patriots. You said two Texas teams. Texas too big to have two teams in the playoffs.
Hey, I did say that. I can't even lie. I did say that. I did say that. Man. It is getting crazy out here. And it's the way they get beat though. That's more the surprising thing here. It's just the way they getting beat.
If you
they look horrible.
This game, does this not take away everything you did stat wise? CeeDee Lamb's 134 catches.
I mean,
number one offense. Like all of this goes out the window. You lose to the Packers in this game.
I am speechless. Let me just say that. And I'm watching it, and I'm still speechless. Dallas looks shell-shocked. They look scared. CeeDee Lamb especially looks scared. He has 3 drops in this game already. So CeeDee Lamb looks shell-shocked. CeeDee Lamb looks scared. I mean, Dallas looks soft. I mean, the Packers are bringing in some physical specimens here. They bringing in the physicality. And I'm not sure that Dallas can handle it. I'm not sure Dallas can handle the physical play that the Packers are bringing them. That's more of the surprise to me. I mean, when you would think on the onset, you would just think that the Cowboys would be much more of a physical team than the Packers, but that is not the case today. That is not the case. And when you look at Jordan Love, like we said yesterday, 4,100 yards. To the average person, they would have thought he was a slouch. He was Aaron Rodgers' backup guy. It's the guy to fill in for Aaron. No, this guy's really showing that he's the man in Green Bay. They got a bright future with him.
Well, the one thing about the fans in Green Bay, I mean, they hard on their team, because that's the only team that's owned by their fans.
Absolutely.
I mean, once they with you, they with you. You know what I mean? They don't shy away from being with you once they with you. But you got to prove that you are that guy for them. And, because of Aaron Rodgers and because of the Brett Favre's history before that, I understand it's a little difficult for fans to buy into the new guy until the new guy proves it. Matt LaFleur did a great job this season, I think, bringing him along without using any excuses that we don't have Aaron Rodgers or we don't have this or don't have that. We don't have the receiving core that Aaron Rodgers wanted this and wanted that, and he didn't get it. Well, he didn't get it, and the Jets didn't make the playoffs, but the Packers are here in the playoffs right now. So shout out to Matt LaFleur for, just recognizing that the talent he had was enough.
Absolutely. I mean, we got to give credit to Matt LaFleur. Just to get y'all caught up, it was a Jordan Love pass short to the middle to C.J. Watson to the Green Bay 16 for 9 yards, and then Jordan Love came right back with a short pass to the left to Tyler Croft for 20 to the Dallas Green Bay 26 for 10 yards. Stephon Gilmore on the tackle there. Green Bay uses their first timeout after that one. They are up at the Green Bay 26, deep in their own territory after basically Dallas getting in field goal range and getting sacked and getting knocked out of field goal range and not getting anything. So,
and they were deep in the pin down with that punt. They got some room with that first drive right now.
Yeah. I mean, Jordan Love looks really good. I'm gonna be honest. Jordan Love looks really good. He looks Aaron Rodgers-esque out there. The funny thing is, I think because Aaron Rodgers beat Dallas so many times in the playoffs. I mean, I think about 3 times. I believe that the Packers felt like the Cowboy fans felt like since there was no Rodgers, this would be a little bit of a cakewalk. And we're seeing anything but. I think they would have rather had Aaron Rodgers this year. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it. I think they would rather Aaron Rodgers be quarterback of this team right now. Jordan Love, deep pass to the right to Dobbs for 35 yards. To the Dallas 35 for 39 yards. Oh my goodness, they are in Cowboy territory again. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my goodness, they about to score again. They are already in field goal range. This is ugly. A run for Wilson off the right tackle to the Dallas 34 for 1 yard gain.
Really good job on Parsons, and it looks like Parsons is hurt.
They can't afford to lose Parsons. They lose Parsons today, it's over.
On that passing play you was just talking about to Dobbs. On the rush. He on the sideline right now. He not hurt like he can't come back, but him not on the field. I'm taking a shot.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It was a good block by Aaron Jones on that play. Good block.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Absolutely. Good block. Dobbs looks to be a problem for the Cowboys. Cowboys look like they can't cover Dobbs. Cowboys look like they cannot cover Dobbs. I don't know who's out there watching this, but man. Aaron Jones with the run, of course, up the middle. Jordan Love, short pass to the right to Wicks. To the Dallas 29-yard line for 5 yards. Stephon Gilmore on the tackle there. So let's take a look at Jordan Love's numbers. I'm scared to go off. Jordan Love passed to the left. Ran out of bounds to the Dallas 23. You got a first down for 6 yards. Green Bay is at the Dallas 29-yard line. On their way in the end zone. Up 14-0 in this. With a 1st and 10 from the Dallas 29. Sorry, this is the third. Sorry, 3rd and 4. On the 3rd and 4, they got 6 yards to the Dallas 23. To rephrase that, you got a 1st and 10 from the Dallas 23-yard line. This is getting ugly. Ugly, man. Shout out to everybody out there listening, man. This is the Nature Sports Podcast. Anybody out there listening, anybody out there seeing it, it is ugly, man. Ugly. Yes, indeed. Man. The Dallas Cowboys down 14-0. So run to Aaron Jones to the left side, no gain to the Dallas 20-yard line. After the Aaron Jones run to the right for 3 yards. So you got a 3rd and 7 on this one. Timeout by Dallas, their first timeout. They need it. They need to regroup. Dallas is getting mopped right now. Patrick Mahomes on Jordan Love. Jordan has gotten better every game. Deebo Samuel, the man has a great arm. Aaron Rodgers, I think he's going to be a great player in the league for a long time. Man, Jordan Love has just arrived, ladies and gentlemen. And it's no better time to do it than against the Dallas Cowboys on the national stage. Jordan Love has arrived. Aaron Jones with the run up the middle again. No yard gain. They are in hurry-up offense. Dallas was not ready for it. Love, back to pass. Oh, what did they have? Oh, that's why they called the timeout. That was the timeout by Dallas. They needed it. Love got up to that line quick. Caught them off guard. Love learned a lot from Aaron Rodgers, it seems like. McCarthy, his defense. Oh, well, no, not was his defense. It was that's the defense of the Dallas Cowboys. They look flabbergasted right now. Shotgun pass, deep middle. Watch a touchdown! Green Bay Packers! To Wicks. Wicks with the pass up the middle. 20-0. 20-0. What is going on in Dallas? Man. Shout out to everybody out there listening, man. Y'all are watching. Aaron Love had Aaron. So I call him Aaron Love. Jordan Love has arrived. 20. Oh, the extra point, no good. Hit the right, upright. 20-0. Dallas is getting mocked out there. Shout out to everybody out there listening on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you listening at, man. This is a rout. This is a rout. Dallas is getting mocked. Jerry Jones, look at Jerry. Sorry, y'all. I'm a Redskins, DC, man. You can't. What did you expect? We do got a lot of Cowboy fans in DC, no doubt. But guess what? I'm not one of them. Sorry to tell you. I don't have to hear these Cowboy. The game not over, though. Cowboy fans, the game ain't over. It's 3:23 left in the second quarter. If you get 7 here, you can cut it to something. You can cut it to something if you get 7 here. You can cut it. But I'm not sure they have enough firepower to get back in this game. Now, let me say I'm not sure they have enough firepower. Let me rephrase that. Dallas do have the number 1 offense in the league this year. They do have the number 1 offense in the league. Stephon Gilmore is getting mocked out there. He looks really bad, man. The Cowboys look really bad as a team. Let me get Vido back in here. I mean, wow.
Man, what a pass.
Hey, Jordan Love has arrived.
And this is where I said that this pick for us. Now I'm on your side about tanking out and losing because now the draft capital, and I'm sorry to talk about this, to throw from that to this, but the draft capital now puts us in a really, really tight spot. Like, this is not really a safe spot to make a mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you trade out, you gotta take the hit on what you left on the table when you traded out of that spot. And then if you do pick, you gotta make sure that you pick right. Because if you don't pick right, everybody else is having success right now with those picks as far as for quarterbacks. And if you don't pick a quarterback with this pick, are you saying that you don't want a quarterback when right now the young quarterbacks in the Strouds and the Jordan Loves are making tremendous turns for their teams right now? And honestly, with rosters that I do not think are better than ours offensively outside of our offensive line, and they're doing just fine.
Are they, man? I'm gonna say I'm in shock with what we see out of Jordan Love and what we see out of C.J. Stroud yesterday.
The Packers running backs are hurt, to be honest. Aaron Jones just came back from injury, and A.J. Dillon is hurt. So it's really all on Jordan Love's shoulders today, and he hasn't missed a beat. He's probably got a perfect quarterback rating right now.
Yeah, let me go through Jordan. Let's go through Jordan Love's numbers right now. I mean, I'm in shock. I can't even lie. I'm totally in shock.
6 for 6, 89 yards in the last drive.
I did not think Dallas was going to come out. Jordan Love right now is 13 for 16, 185 yards, and 1 touchdown, no interceptions, no sacks. Romeo Doubs has 4 catches for 102 yards on 4 targets. Let me ask you this question. Does this hurt Dan Quinn's stock as a coach?
Yes, but no. No, because his job was to turn the team defense around from being last to being way better than that. And
I agree.
He succeeded in that so far. I do not think right now that they're finishing the job, but it's early in the game.
It is.
I think we talked about this earlier in the week, and I said that I have a problem when coaches who are in the playoffs are talking to anybody that's not playing football right now. It takes the focus off of the job that they got to do.
Absolutely. You got an incomplete pass by Dak Prescott way behind CeeDee Lamb. I mean, that doesn't look good. Dak short pass up the middle. He had a pass to Brandon Cooks so let me get y'all caught back up. It was an incomplete pass to CeeDee Lamb. Then a short pass to the left to Michael Gallup for 9 yards. Then after that, he had a no huddle. He's in the no huddle. A pass to Brandon Cooks for 2 yards. After that, he had a pass to Michael Gallup to the Green Bay 45 for 16 yards. Then a pass to CeeDee Lamb for 8 yards. They are in Green Bay's territory. It is a 2-minute warning.
Oh, it's a good pass. That's a good pass.
I don't know. Yeah, Dallas runs regularly. They run the hurry up offense. They regularly run a hurry up offense. I think that helps them in the situation, but it might hurt them on their comeback efforts because you can them with the hurry up offense, the same way you can get down the field fast, you can go 3 and out really fast too. So I mean, I'm not listening to the broadcast, right? The national broadcast. But I think Troy Aikman would be doing this game, or no, Troy Aikman does Monday Night Football. Might be doing this one, Joe Buck. But I'm pretty sure whoever that's doing this one, Moose Johnston, whoever Fox decided to have, Joe Buck. Oh, so that's Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. Yeah, Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. So the fact that you got Troy. Oh, you haven't heard Troy?
I haven't heard Troy yet, but he might be on there.
Oh, wow. If they switched up Joe Buck all for Troy, wow. I mean, I can imagine the Cowboys fan, and we're going to go to the Twitterverse. Y'all know how we do, man. We always go to the Twitterverse to figure out what Twitter got to say about whatever that's going on. So we're going to hit the Twitterverse on this one. I think 9 times out of 10 is more commentary about Jordan Love than it is about, well, I don't know. Because the Dallas Cowboys are 12-5 team at home right now, getting beat 20-0 by a 9-8 team. So it might be equal talk about Jordan Love and the Dallas Cowboys fumbling. Is this a Dallas Cowboys fumble, or is this Jordan Love just coming to his own?
Jordan Love only got 1 touchdown. This is a Cowboy fumble.
Yeah. I might have to agree with you.
At home?
I know. I would be mad if I paid those $900 for those tickets, those playoff tickets, just to watch them get beat like this. I would be pretty mad. I would be pretty mad personally.
And it's probably $900 for some not so great seats.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Thanks for giving us real perspective on it, Vido. So imagine if you paid $3,000 for those tickets, and you in there watching them get beat like that. Man.
You fighting somebody when you don't know with.
Oh my goodness. Let me ask you this. Does McCarthy get fired after this game?
Nah. No. Well, no. But Kellen Moore would have the last laugh if you don't score in this game. I tell you that. And they just threw a pick. It's a pick six. It's a pick six.
Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb intercepted, intended for CeeDee Lamb. Oh my goodness, 64-yard interception return by Darryl Savage. 64 yards. Oh my goodness.
I was just saying that if they don't score. Kellen Moore is having the last laugh.
Wow. Darnell Savage. Savage is the right name. Savage is the right name for Maryland. Shout out to Maryland, man. Shout out to Maryland, everybody out there, man. Wow. Look at the Cowboy fans in there. Look at their faces. Wow.
Them cheese heads gonna get messed up. There's a few cheese heads and they're going nuts right now.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what's going on. CeeDee Lamb had 100 and whatever 30-something catches.
Everybody know that.
And everybody know that.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I'm gonna go Joe Gibbs. I know that I gotta talk about Joe Gibbs. In the playoffs, Joe Gibbs never did anything that he did in the regular season. And this is why. This is why. Whatever he was doing in the regular season, come playoff time, he's changed his whole playbook. Phil Jackson also is somebody who did that too. Me being a Bulls fan, I just watched Phil Jackson. Whatever he was doing with Jordan, this is why in the playoffs, when it was when it was one play that was needed at the end of the game, you saw John Paxson hit big shots. You saw Steve Kerr hit big shots. You saw whoever else hit a big shot, and Jordan would do it here and there. But most of the time, you would see someone else take that shot. This is why.
Real quick. Not does Mike McCarthy get fired. Is this Dak's last year as a quarterback with the Cowboys? Turpin with a heck of a return down to the 45-yard line, 46-yard line.
Yes, absolutely. A 45-yard return for Turpin.
But even the Cowboys score right here before halftime, they just did nothing besides just score after that 20-0.
They better hope he don't throw another pick.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a second timeout used by Dallas, which it's crazy y'all use that after a kick. What are we doing here, Cowboys? Y'all need that timeout.
How do you not come out ready?
Yeah, what?
You do a pick six. How you not come out ready? What was first goal during the extra point for the other team?
I mean, what is going on? They literally. Oh, that was a Packers Green Bay timeout. Green Bay timeout. Right. Smart timeout, Green Bay. Actually, that's a really smart timeout for Green Bay. That's the second timeout of the first half.
See what they was about to come out in.
Yeah. And then they wanted to get their team settled. I'm in shock personally.
Got to remind them that the game's not over. The game not over.
It's Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olsen are the broadcasters today. I mean, the game's not over, but it's almost over. It's almost over. I don't know if you come back from 27 to nothing.
Horse collar tackle by the Packers. Gonna add 15 yards to that. Yeah. They about to be in field goal range.
Yeah, they in at the Dallas 32.
That's not a horse collar. Definitely
not. It wasn't even close to one. It wasn't even close.
That's not a horse collar.
It wasn't even close to a horse collar. Wasn't even close.
That's not a horse collar.
Was not even close to a horse collar. Yeah, it's no, and I hear Greg Olsen said it really is. It wasn't.
Yeah, they switched it. It's not.
Okay. They pulled the penalty back.
No, yes they did. They did because they was on. Yes, they did, bro.
Wow. Tony Potter, a run to the right end for 28 yards for 4 yards on the carry. It is a 3rd and 1 for Dallas at the 27-yard line. 28-yard line, rather. I mean, what do you say? What do you say? Pass short right to Brandon Cooks to the Green Bay 24 for 4 yards. Campbell with the tackle.
You got that first down.
Yeah.
2 interceptions for Dak so far this game.
2 pick sixes nearly.
He threw 2 pick sixes?
The other one was nearly. They got caught. If they didn't call him down at the 20-yard line, he got up and ran almost to the 1-yard line.
Okay.
So it was both penalties ended up in the red zone for the Packers, accounting for 14 points of the Packers 27 in this half. Dak Prescott is accounting for 14 of those. Dak Prescott with the short pass to the right for Ferguson to the Green Bay 15 for 8 yards. It is a 3rd and 1 on this one. Green Bay, though, I mean, to Vido's point, this is a playoff game. Dallas going to fight to the end. Green Bay better wake up.
Well, like I said, I just noticed about football at this point. Unless you throw it straight to me, Dallas is almost guaranteed a touchdown unless they don't have really good red zone offense. Because Green Bay just trying to get to halftime. I'm more than sure the defensive coach going to tell them to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? While they in the red zone, but for the most part, if Dallas gets 7 here, it's not really as intimidating as it may seem.
I agree.
The most important drive for Cowboys is going to be after halftime. That first drive after halftime, because they get the ball back.
They get the ball back. They could double up here though.
That's what I said. That's what make the Green Bay coaching staff kind of like tighten up at that point. But right now, like I said, now that the clock stopped, y'all talking to each other. Dallas called their second timeout. You got 23 seconds. If we can hold them to 3 points, we win this drive.
Absolutely.
After almost 50-yard return, a penalty that wasn't a penalty for 15 yards, you gave them 65 yards. They ain't got that many yards to go.
That's true. After a big, you're absolutely right. So you had, just to get y'all caught up, you had a scramble by Dak Prescott up the middle, to 11 for 4 yards. Then you had a timeout by Dallas and Dak Prescott, an incomplete pass, short middle to Ferguson. It is 2nd and 10 from the Green Bay.
He almost picked it off again.
This is the largest playoff deficit for the Cowboys since 1969.
Did you see that? He almost got it again.
Yes.
Oh my God, he should have picked. Oh my gosh.
That would have definitely buried them.
Yeah, that's the game. That's the game. That's the game.
Yeah.
That's the game.
That would have buried him. He should have. Oh, if it was a corner, it'd have been over. He know it too.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Too easy. Look at Dak. Dak don't even know what to say. He threw it right to him. Too easy.
Set up a screen. Good catch. Yes, sir. He's down. He's down. All right, 12 seconds left. One time out. Yeah, if they hold him to a field goal, bro, this is a winning drive by the defense of the Packers.
Mm-hmm. Dallas used their 3rd time out too.
Had to.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That was a great tackle, to Vido's point. Great tackle. They might take some shots in the end zone. This is third down and 10. So they can't take a shot. They got one shot here. Dallas. It is a timeout deep in Green Bay territory at the 11th, 3rd and 10. With 12 seconds left in the second quarter, the Green Bay Packers are up 27-0 in Dallas in the playoffs on this one. Who would have thunk it?
Green Bay with a timeout. Hey, Ro.
Yeah.
So I want to point out to fans that we've been so caught up in the Josh Harris convo and who's going to be the coaches and, how some of the things have been handled here. I also am now seeing is that fans need to notice how big this offseason is if both the Cowboys and the Eagles are out after the first week. The Eagles have played already.
No, the Eagles haven't. They play Monday night. Okay.
So the Eagles haven't played yet. Yeah, I didn't think the Eagles played. If the Eagles lose and the Cowboys lose, we'll have 2 plus 10 wins teams that won't have a representative in the playoffs.
That is like really ugly.
That will both have rosters that are currently tied down with a lot of contracts.
It is a throw court. It is a flag down. CeeDee Lamb down to the 1 yard line. Clock is running. It is a flag down. The clock is running. Dallas have no timeouts. They might not get no points out of this, depending on what the penalty is.
It's illegal contact.
illegal contact. Oh, Dallas will probably have to kick it here.
Nah, they I think they're gonna get the ball at the same spot. I think they're gonna decline it and get it on the one. So they got one play. It's one play.
Dallas short pass to CeeDee Lamb incomplete. So Dallas has 6 seconds left. Yeah. It was illegal contact, but they passed it, went for Lamb. They need to key in. I mean, the Packers, at the end of the day, Dallas, it seems like Lamb
Dallas
is
need to
there.
take this field goal now. Like they need to take the field goal
Yeah.
just to steal some points because
Yeah.
they ain't completed it. It's 2 seconds left.
Touchdown Cowboys to Ferguson.
All right, they tried to go to Lamb again.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Dallas should have kicked the field goal. Even though they scored, I just think it was really dangerous. They could double up though and get back in this one. So they do get the ball in the second half for Cowboy fans out there listening. It was a touchdown, extra point good. Dallas do get the ball in the second half. For all the Cowboy fans out there listening, they do get the ball in the second half.
That was a good play too.
Yeah, so you could double up. You can double up, and they could cut this thing into 2 touchdowns. It's just that Jordan Love is hot right now. Jordan Love is hot right now.
Not really. Well, I can say not really. He played a very good first half, and if you expect that he plays a similar second half, like I said, he don't even got to go off. If they can get 10 points in the second half, I don't think the Cowboys can get this back.
I agree. That's
like I said, that drive
analysis.
At time is going to be very important because if you go up, if they score again, they down 2 scores. If Green Bay can score 10 more points, that's a total of 24. And like I said, that's already having to try to muster the 20 points that you down now, and trying to stop however long those drives are that they score on. If Green Bay can get 2 more scores, those long drives will happen to hurt the Cowboys, I think, because they were able to move the ball fast in the second half, going right before the second quarter ended. But that's that 2-minute in the no huddle offense. I think that they can still run the no huddle offense, which they're probably going to have to do. But that makes the offense, who's already targeting one player a lot more tired.
Yeah. And then another thing, to your point earlier, they got a big return, and so that cut the field in half for them.
Yeah.
They got a big return, so that cut the field in half. I mean, right now it's halftime. Cowboys and Packers. The Cowboys are up 27-7 in Dallas with a 20-point second quarter. Pick six, and Jordan Love just having 2 touchdowns after getting the ball after another pick early in the second quarter. So what you have is 2 good drives by the Packers and then 2 short drives, 1 pick 6 and then 1 short drive on the penalty. That accounts for all the points right there. But I mean, what is happening in Dallas? I mean, that has to be the thing right now. Again, shout out to everybody out there listening on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, and everywhere else, man. The Dallas Cowboys are getting laid out right now. We got a comment. Oh, I mean, down 27-7. Yes, they're down 27-7. Matthew Cooks, you should see it on the screen. Shout out to Matthew Cook, man. Yeah, they're down 27-7.
I'm still gonna keep my same prediction from yesterday, though. I ain't gonna switch up, even though this feels great as a Redskin fan at heart. This feels wonderful. All right, I don't feel great about this. To be fair, I did pick the Cowboys to win this game, and as I said, that Jordan Love is playing really good right now, but he isn't playing lights out, and that doesn't bother me. But it also does suggest that if the Cowboys can fix some of these mistakes, then they can start to add the pressure on Love to see if he can make some mistakes, even just to get some 3 and outs, or just to get them off the field to get the offense back on the field. 20 points is not a lot for the Cowboys to come back from with how powerful their offense has been this year. But they have not been in this position too much this year for me to say that they're going to be able to come back. If Jordan Love and them can put up a couple of scores, like I said, 10 to 14 points, I think this one is over with. If not, you give the Cowboys a really good shot at coming back at this game. I wouldn't get lax if I was Green Bay.
I agree. But I don't know. I beg to differ about the Jordan Love thing. He's 13 for 16, 185 and a touchdown.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying. Yeah,
yeah, that
he haven't carved it up. He just hasn't done anything to lose, which is great. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if he can continue to play like that, he's got to put up some points because those numbers don't suggest that they're not going to be able to score. He ain't even got he has less incompletions than downs you need to get off the field. So right now, like
yeah.
he has no choice but to be able to get some points out of those drives if he can still play like he does. That's the thing. The Cowboys have to get some stops on defense in the second half if they're going to get their offense a shot.
I agree. And like Sean Matthews said, that first drive, they really ate up the clock. Green Bay ate up the clock, and they did. It was a 7-minute and 25-second drive. So they really put in the work on that first drive and ate up the clock and really showed Dallas that, hey, we can do it slow, we can do it fast, whatever y'all want, whichever way y'all want it, we can give it to you. You know what I mean?
And you don't need the Packers to have two drives like that. And even if they don't score, they can't have 2 7-minute drives. That's a whole quarter right there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
2 7-minute drives, even without a score, means that you put this game at maybe a 28-27 with the Cowboys having an opportunity to win. But that would mean that they got to score soon as they get the ball back each time. And that's just a lot of right now. It's a lot of pressure on them when I know that they're trying to figure out how this thing works when they get in the locker room.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and to Sean Matthews Cook's point, they don't need no turnovers. A turnover could be devastating and could put Dallas right back in it. I mean, especially if Dallas get a touchdown on the first drive and they come back and on the Packers' first drive it's a turnover. You could be looking at a 1-possession game.
Yep,
easily.
So that's why I said the turn of the tide can happen real quick. I've seen, as you said, you know, and I know, bro. I've seen way worse happen real quick. So it's not the team that they're facing. What I tell you yesterday, that's what I did say yesterday. That the Packers was going to play like their life depended on it. It's a wild card team. They 9-8. They used to winning 12, 13, 14 games with Matt LaFleur. So I know that they feel underachieved. 4,100 yards at quarterback and you only got 9 wins means even if I go back and look right now, I guarantee you they've got probably 5 games at least that they've lost that they could have won via 1-possession games.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that means that you're really in a tight, you know what I'm saying, you're in tight competition with a lot of your opponents. And anytime you can be in a, like I said, competing, anytime a team can compete like that and stay within a game or within a score to win the game, you always give yourself a opportunity to win games and stuff like that. So being in the playoffs, playing against a Cowboy team that has all these accolades doesn't bother the Packers at all. I feel like they've seen this type of adversity all year.
I'm gonna tell you what I think is another
themselves.
element too. Nobody is considering. They're not intimidated by Mike McCarthy, and even though Mike McCarthy has been in Dallas for maybe 3 years, it's a lot of people in the Packers team who played for McCarthy and who understands what he likes to do, understand what he wants to do, and it might be showing that Matt LaFleur might be a better coach than Mike McCarthy. As crazy as that might sound, they may have upgraded when they got Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur. And this could be the reason that Matt LaFleur didn't want Aaron Rodgers there or had as many tips with Aaron Rodgers as he did because he may have wanted to do some things differently in those playoff games where Aaron Rodgers was there, whether it was against San Francisco, which is he was coaching against Kyle Shanahan, someone he knows very well. He was on the same staff as Kyle Shanahan. And it just shows that Matt LaFleur is a better coach. I think a better coach than anybody gave him credit because Aaron Rodgers got so much of the credit in Green Bay. So I think Matt LaFleur, is showing who he is at this point too. Just like Jordan Love is arriving, Matt LaFleur is arriving too.
I like the word.
So just run through some of the halftime stats on the Dallas Cowboys. And Dak Prescott right now is 13 for 21 for 87 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Tony Pollard has 8 carries, 30 yards. Dak Prescott has another 3 carries for 27 yards. Brandon Cook has 1 carry. CeeDee Lamb with 1 carry. On the receiver end, Jake Ferguson has 4 catches, 31 yards, and a touchdown. Michael Gallup has 2 catches, 25 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 2 catches, 18 yards. 2 catches, 18 yards for CeeDee Lamb. Where has he been today? On 6 targets. Brandon Cooks, 2 catches, 6 yards. On the other end, Romeo Dobbs, he has arrived as well for 102 yards on 4 targets. Deontay Wicks, 2 catches, 25 yards, and 1 touchdown. Oh, Jimmy Johnson fired up. Jimmy Johnson fired up out there. Jimmy Johnson is mad. You can see it on his face. I don't know who else is watching the national broadcast right now, but Jimmy Johnson is fired up out there. Tucker Kraft with 2 catches, the tight end for the Packers. He has 2 catches, 15 yards. Luke Musgrave with 2 catches for 14 yards. Aaron Jones also has a catch for 13 yards. Christian Watson, 1 catch for 9 yards. And Bo Melton has a catch for 7 yards. On the defensive end, you have 1 sack by Nixon and 1 tackle for a loss. Jermaine Clark also has a tackle for a loss. Dallas does not have any sacks right now, and the only sack is Nixon, but there's 2 picks, one by Darnell Savage, the other one by Jair Alexander. Darnell Savage has the pick 6 in this one. Robert Turbin has 3 kick returns for 86 yards. His long is 47.
So you ain't never asked me though. What you think about Dak if they don't win this playoff game, or if it continues to go the way that the first half went, if they don't make a comeback effort and get a chance to win, how do you think it looks?
I think that they do draft a quarterback. I think Dallas Cowboys do draft a quarterback.
As you said, I feel bad for Dak. He was about to get a fat contract, and Jerry gonna clean house after this.
Hey, that's what I was about to say. They're going to draft a quarterback if this doesn't work out this year. They're going to draft a quarterback, and with them having Parsons and Diggs coming back off of injury, we don't know how he's going to come back, but they do get Diggs back off of injury at the end of the season or next season.
Get rid of Dak to go get one of the quarterbacks that are on the board, because they would have to trade out of their spot.
They would have to,
because you don't want to have 2 Cooper Rushes.
I agree. Do they get rid of? Oh, if Dak throws 2 more picks, do they put Cooper Rush in? Is the question. You know, Dak could get Cooper Rush. They could put. I don't know. I just think they're going to draft a quarterback if this doesn't work out. I mean, how many times is Dak going to get you to the playoffs with 12 wins and not even win 1 playoff game?
I mean, that's what's on the. And he's a pretty good Cowboy historical quarterback for them. You know, sometimes you just got to be what your franchise is.
Right. I would not want Dak with the Redskins. I would not want him with the Redskins. No.
Who said that?
No.
Matthew Cook, don't you do that.
No. No, not at all. We would not want no Dak Prescott. He's Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins.
No. Kurt is better.
You think Kurt is better than Dak? Dak is beat up on Kurt, though. To Dak's credit, Dak had Kurt.
Their team, no. Dak's beat up on Kurt. You got that.
Yeah, Dak is beat up on Kurt.
Because Kurt never played for the Cowboys. You're tripping. I'm not picking Dak. I'm sorry. Dak looked like a lineman. I seen him in real life. Him and the Cowboys lineman the same size. I don't know how they
right. Yeah, I wouldn't I don't think I want that. Yeah, I think he might get benched. If he throws another turnover, 2 more turnovers, definitely if he throws 2, I think you have to bench him and try with Cooper Rush. The culture, yeah, you're right. It is the culture. Dallas culture is bad. I agree. Dallas culture is bad. I don't know if it's the culture though. Their coach is bad. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I would take Jerry as an owner over Josh Hurst. I mean, no, let me not say that because we just got Josh Hurst. We just got Josh Hurst, so I'm not gonna say that. I would take I would have taken him over Snyder because of some of the moves and some of the things that he's done and some of the ways that he's incorporated his team and some of the money he's made for his team, the stadium he's built. Jerry is a good owner, in my opinion. So I would take him as an owner. So I don't know if it's the culture over there. Mike McCarthy, I think you're right when you come for the culture. You talk about the culture when you talk about Mike McCarthy. Because I'm not sure Mike McCarthy even understands how to build a winning culture, even though he was in Green Bay. However, to Vido's point, the Green Bay culture is what it is because the fans are in control over there. So you got to win effectively in that town. You can't just do what you want to do. So, so that part, I think I agree with you a little bit. 3 for 1 first rounders, for 3 for 1 first rounder. 3 players for a first rounder. Who that? Yeah, absolutely. So that's my point more.
Who is still over there talking that nonsense? No Dak, nothing. No combination of trades to get Dak over here.
I know, right? I know. I wouldn't want Dak. And I hope that Josh Hurst would not be considering that either. Just in case anybody in the Redskin organization is listening, they do listen at from time to time. No, we would want you to really start fresh. We got a kickoff by the Green Bay Packers. Dallas Cowboys getting the ball in the second half. This is probably the most important drive of the game for the Cowboys. Because they cannot get points.
Wait, my bad. Second half.
No, I'm just gonna say if they cannot get points on this one, I think it's gonna be trouble. Tony Pollard, left tackle to the Dallas 43 for 6 yards. It was a pass for CeeDee Lamb before that one to the Dallas 37 for 13 yards. Quay Walker on the tackle. Dallas is still in the no huddle. Dallas came out in the no huddle, really trying to move it on in. I do think the Packers need to key in on CeeDee Lamb, though, because, I mean, as we know, is when Dallas gets into whatever tight situation, they really do go to CeeDee Lamb a lot.
Nah, you
got in a tight situation right now.
You got to play it honest. Like, that's what they like to do. But I think that you also don't want to trick you. You don't want to. You don't want You don't want to outsmart yourself by over guessing. Pay attention to it. Let it know. Let it see. Like, let them get in the rhythm of doing the same. Because that's how they got the pick with Donnell Savage. They kind of got in the rhythm of doing the same thing, and then they just jumped it.
Absolutely. He said. Matthew said Jerry's not a GM, but he can judge talent. I agree. He got his son. His son is actually the GM over there. Jerry's oldest son is the GM over there. Yeah, the Packers they bringing the wood. They playing physical. Tony Pollard on the 2nd and 4. Tony Pollard up the middle to the Dallas 45 for 2 yards on the 2nd and 4. So you got a third down here for the Cowboys. Very important third down. Dak Prescott scrambles right into the 45. No yards on the play. You face mask 15-yarders and forced at the Dallas 45-yard line. That's going to push them to the Green Bay 40. Dallas is in Green Bay territory, moving it on up.
That's
so they
flag, bro. That's not a penalty, bro.
That's
weak call, bro. Nothing about his face mask made him get tackled. Dak back is to him and is falling down. It's nothing about his face mask that needs to go in there. And it's not even. He just got his hand on it. It's not even a face mask. He didn't take him down.
I agree.
But to the fairness of the game, Packers ain't got no business doing that.
Yeah, he was already down. Down.
You blew a big fourth down for your team. That was a good drive to get them off the field right there.
Yeah,
maybe
he was already down.
But
no, it was a face mask. They got him. If you see it, he got him.
No,
he had no business.
That's what he had business doing that.
He had no business. It was pointless. Thank you. Appreciate it, Sean, man. He said he'd be back, man. Good work, man. He said we working out over here. Appreciate it. Yeah, here they go. Exactly, Sean. Hey, here they go. Exactly. The jury's referees. Dak Prescott passed to the short left to CeeDee Lamb to the Green Bay 36 for 4 yards on the 2nd and 10. So you got a 3rd and 6 for the Cowboys at the Green Bay 32-yard line. Dallas is in field goal range right now. It's a tackle by Nixon and Jair Alexander on the play. So Green Bay cannot fall asleep at the wheel here. Green Bay cannot fall asleep at the wheel at all. This is getting spicy, ladies and gentlemen.
3rd and 6.
Dak Prescott, short pass, CeeDee Lamb to the Green Bay 27 for 9 yards. Owens on the tackle. 1st and 10.
Was this year already?
You said, did they play Dallas? No, they did not.
Not this year?
Nope. They ran a clear out for Lamb. They seem to be doing more creative things to get Lamb in the play. But I still think the Packers should key in on Lamb. Lamb has about 3 catches on this drive, so they should know that when the Dallas get into thick territory or get a little thick in everything, they normally go to Lamb when they get scared, in other words. Pollard up the middle to the Green Bay 21 for 6 yards on the 1st down play. Campbell with the tackle. Dallas is moving. Dallas is moving. They are deep in Green Bay territory right now. Yeah. Tony Pollard up the middle to the Green Bay 21 for 5 yards. That is a 1st down for the Cowboys deep in Green Bay territory at the 16-yard line. Valentine on the tackle. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Dak Prescott, short pass to the right to CeeDee Lamb to the Green Bay 16 for 5 yards. Dak Prescott up the middle for no gain. Tackle by Campbell. Campbell working out, man. Campbell working out on them tackles. He got the middle sold up. So you have a 2nd down and 10 for Dallas from the Green Bay 16. They are deep in in Green Bay territory, down 27-7 at home to the Green Bay Packers. Prescott up the middle to the Green Bay 16 for no gain on the 1st and 10. So yes, you got a 2nd and 10 for for Dallas at the Green Bay 16. Dallas moved the ball all over the place. On this drive so far, it's 10 plays, 60 yards, 5:22 off the clock. This drive is taking a lot of time. They better get something more than 3 out of it.
Yep. They're gonna need 7 out of this.
Yeah. Incomplete pass to Tony Pollard on this one, Gary, on the coverage. So he got a 3rd and long for Dallas from the Green Bay 16. So again, if they do not, this is the most important 3rd down so far of the game for the Dallas Cowboys. They have taken a ton of time off the clock, and they are in dangerous territory for only being able to get 3 out of this drive, which has taken a lot of time.
Almost threw a pick.
Dak Prescott, incomplete pass, short middle to Preston Smith. Sorry, Preston Smith on the coverage. He blocked it. Looks like a batted ball by Preston Smith. Oh, my goodness.
3rd and 10. 3rd and 10.
Mm-hmm. They incomplete. It was an incomplete pass on the 3rd and 10. Dallas might, on this 3rd, they might. Are they going to go? I don't go for it here. I take the field goal. Dallas did kick the field goal. Aubrey
batted down.
34-yard field goal. Yeah, batted down by Preston Smith. 34-yard field goal. The kick is good. Dallas only got 3 on that one. I think that was a loss for the Cowboys. That drive took a lot of time off the clock, and Dallas only got 3 on that one. That is a loss for the Cowboys. If the Packers score a touchdown here, might be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a 6-minute drive, 6.5-minute drive from the Cowboys. So if the Packers can get one of those 6 or 7-minute drives, you're talking about going into the 4th quarter with a 2-3 possession lead, with a 3-possession lead before they can score. So if they can get a score, a field goal or a touchdown in a 6-minute or 7-minute drive, this game is over with.
I agree. I agree. Dallas don't seem to have that quick strike ability. Not in this game, at least not against this Packers defense. They don't seem to be.
Who do you blame? Who do you blame for this? Do you blame McCarthy or do you blame Dan Quinn?
I blame McCarthy. I blame McCarthy. I mean, McCarthy didn't have them ready to play. Come on, man. They cheated Detroit. They cannot let this game be this close. They will steal it. True. I'm with y'all.
Yes. I second that. Detroit has been. I honestly think that we all need to do like our own special on the Detroit Lions this year. The Detroit Lions had a phenomenal year, and they were cheated out of probably having the best record in the league. I'm not even lying to y'all. I'm not sizing them. I was a fan of them from week 2. From week 2, I got a chance to watch some of what they were doing in the preseason, and I got to watch how their team prepared for a game. Those coaches care about those guys in the locker room, and it's showing on the field. It's showing with the way they play. They are not going to be an easy team for me to bet against in the playoffs right now.
I agree with that. I think Campbell gonna have them ready to play. Sean says McCarthy is to blame for this one. He said Dallas can't get there with field goals at all. This drive took way too long. I agree with you, Sean, on that one. I say I gotta blame McCarthy. McCarthy really seemed like the Dallas came out extremely flat. They got hit in the mouth. No foul. But they got no foul. But yeah, they came out real physical. Real physical.
Well, yeah, because Dan Quinn's only giving up 13.
Right. And Sean says, man, Detroit is for real. Their defense is underrated. It is.
They got pieces. They really got pieces.
And I'm going to tell you what's interesting about them. You know what I said about them in the beginning of the season? That Gardner Johnson makes that defense really, really good. And he just came back off of injury. He's back. So with them getting him missing a lot of time, he has fresh legs. And so that secondary is going to fly all over the place, man, and make plays. So Detroit is really dangerous, in my opinion. If they can get the Rams, is the only team, because Matthew Stafford was in Detroit. He's not going to be intimidated by the Detroit Lions. So I think if they can get past the Rams, this is the only team that might give them some go, which I do have Detroit actually winning this game.
Hey, real quick, they just showed on the Dallas Cowboys' first touchdown, the left guard moved early, no call.
Wow. And LaFleur said it.
And they showed the replay of it.
Yeah. That's that same guy, man, with that guy with the glasses, the black guy with the glasses, the 62. He is horrible, man. He is horrible.
Is he horrible, or does he do his job for Jerry well?
Hey, he said, do you think it was outside weather because it was 15 degrees outside and they know how to play inside? Who we talk about?
15 degrees in Texas?
No, it's no. That's they inside Jerry World. That's an indoor stadium. Yeah.
Good run.
He might be.
Oh man. If that kick out block was better, man, they could have did something with that.
Here we go. Oh, cold outside. You talk about in which game? In which game, Sean? Which game was it cold outside?
Right now it's cold as shit outside.
Aaron Jones. Oh, they said it's cold out there.
Oh yeah, they said it's cold. It's brick. It's Texas. It's 15 degrees in Texas.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
So
didn't know that.
So they inside. That's what he's saying. Maybe it's the weather, and that Green Bay is playing more to their.
Got you. That's a great point. Great point. Great point.
And me like I don't know what last night.
Yeah. Oh, hey, hey, we did the Chiefs game for Sean. Listening, we did the Chiefs game, and we could physically see Miami wasn't ready to be in that type of weather. So this could definitely be a factor. The weather makes a difference, and especially for the quarterbacks. Aaron Jones to the right, in for the push, for 4 yards on the 2nd and 2. That's a first down for the Green Bay Packers. On the first plan is a Jordan Love pass deep right, out of bounds to Dobbs at the Dallas 17 for 46 yards.
Oh man, see, Love continuing to do it.
Oh my goodness. They about to score again. They are at the Dallas 17-yard line.
Oh my goodness.
They are about to score again. They lose. They lose. Hey, but now I might have to switch my pick. It might be a little Dan Quinn too. Might have to blame Dan Quinn. Got to get a little bit of blame.
We're not, bro. They are just running a really good scheme right now, bro. Running the ball. Remember what I said about running the ball?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
because they run it, because Matt LaFleur is running, they got Dan Quinn thinking that they don't trust Love to make the pass, and Love is just making the right passes.
yeah. He is lighting it up right now. Aaron Jones to the right side for a 9 to the Dallas 9 for a 8-yard gain. It is a 3rd and 2. Second and 2 at the Dallas 8-yard line. So they could get a first down and virtually have 6 yards to go for a touchdown. And maybe one touchdown might put this away, even though they scored really fast. Micah Parsons got a good hit on Jordan Love on the long plays. Not to be mistaken, Micah Parsons is still in there. He's still playing big.
But that should have been helmet to helmet.
Yeah, Green Bay is there to play. Green Bay is there to play. I think it should have been helmet to helmet as well. Touchdown, Packers. 9-yard run from Aaron Jones. That is his 3rd touchdown on the game. That is a 5-play, 75 yards, 2 minutes and 45 seconds off the clock. The extra point is good. Dallas is down at home 34-10 to the Green Bay Packers.
That's Aaron Jones' second touchdown.
Second touchdown.
That's his 3rd.
So that's his 3rd. Yeah, that's his 3rd. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They didn't get a pick 6 on the first one. They got All right, you're right. My bad.
Yeah, Sean says the same thing. That was no call on the helmet to helmet. Absolutely. Aaron Jones is, wow. 34 points. 34-10. Who would have thought that? Going into this one.
No. You right on that part. I was saying that because they called that face mask when it didn't have nothing to do with how Dak went down. He just had his hand in the face mask. Like he ain't use it to pull him down, and they called it face mask, but they ain't called it. Even if it was illegal contact. But
this is crazy.
The only thing with that, I would have wished they used more time, but they got a touchdown out of it, so it really don't make a difference. The time don't make a difference to me because they got 7. Dallas got to score a touchdown, and scoring a touchdown doesn't do nothing but just even that drive out. So, and they got to score fast. If they use time up, again, it has the same result as if they take another 5 or 6 minutes to score a field goal or a touchdown. It's essentially doing what Green Bay did, and they just don't. They basically still down by 3 scores.
Suicide watch for the Dallas fans, y'all. That's what Sean Cook said. Shout out to Sean Cook, man.
Shout out to bro, man. I want to let everybody to check out the gambling parlay joint every day. Game times fluctuate the going live time, but if y'all paid attention to it yesterday, y'all have made money today. If y'all would have heard me anytime early enough in the game against the Browns and the Texans, Flacco's never to be bet on. Not anymore.
Yep.
He's just not anymore. And dinking and dunking is not going to win you a championship when you're not Tom Brady or Mahomes. Mahomes is able to do it. They just got schemes that's built up for that, and every team don't have that. Just because you do it is not. It's not a scheme. It's just a play, and it's just a release for a back. Like sometimes it's drawn up so that blocks and all of that. But that's a whole nother story. Nonetheless,
absolutely,
you don't have. You got to pay attention to the bets. Like I said, he called Green Bay good money yesterday. Said that when the Texans how the Texans won, the playoffs ain't that big. They don't need 2 Texas teams in the general. And he said that Green Bay may go in there and surprise everybody. And if anybody's not surprised, it's got to only be Packers fans outside of people who bet with intention. And this was an intention bet right here. And I told everybody this year, any playoffs that are close, the other team that's down is going to win. If any game you watching, just mark my words. If any games are close, the other team is going to take the jump. All these games should be blowouts because the teams now are going to show who's the dominant team. They're going to be maybe 1 or 2 close games because those teams will be evenly matched. But other than that, and when they get to the divisional round, that's when it's going to get close because those teams know each other. But other
Yeah.
than that, it's going to be complete blowouts. And right now, this game and the Texans game was prime example. Even the Dolphins and the Chiefs, whether taken away or whether included, still a spanking at the end of the day. The point spreads are not going to
Yeah.
be what they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, moving forward, do we have a Packers 49ers rematch? Can the Packers go in there and shock the 49ers too? I think they can. The way Jordan Love is playing, the way, I mean, and it's not to say that they've won already. This is just hypothetically speaking. Hypothetically speaking. Can they go in there and shock the 49ers? Because that's who they will probably play because their record is the worst right now in the NFC. So even if it doesn't matter who wins, they would play the 49ers.
You know, like I know, any team that play on wild card weekend has the momentum over the team that's been resting. You got to be either, and if it's, especially if it's a division team that you got to play. The 49ers and the Packers are division teams, but they're rivals. They've always been rivals.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ain't no Wes Welkers in Cleveland. He said youth is winning. Oh yeah, youth right now is tearing it up. I can't even lie. Youth is tearing it up. I'm heavenly surprised at what I'm seeing out of the young quarterbacks, man. And this go to Vido point for Washington, for the Washington fan base here. Do we have to think about a quarterback? I mean, because right now it looks like that's what's really showing up at this point, especially in the playoffs, which before it would be, I don't want a young quarterback, because in the playoffs, hey, you don't know what you get. But we know what we're getting right now.
But I do want to point out that this is why I said that it is very important that I wait on my decision on that for us as a fan base until we know who our coaching staff
Our
is.
coaches.
All
Absolutely.
these guys that got young quarterbacks got great coaching staffs behind them. These are
Absolutely.
not one-time coaches coming from college and then they got a quarterback and he's doing something new in the league. Nah, Stroud is with a very, very good coach in DeMeco Ryans down in Texas. And that staff they've been a defensive play away from going to the playoffs a long time. Me and Brett talk about it all the time. Y'all can go back and look at these scores. They don't get blown out at all. Like they've had some of the worst quarterbacks in the last 10 years there outside of Deshaun Watson. And they just don't, you know what I'm saying? They've always been a moment away. And Stroud has played lights out. Anthony Richardson, the young coaching staff, they almost even had a chance to go to the playoffs, even though their division was slightly weak. They still almost had, I think they might have had 9 or 10 wins as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, it's the quarterback and their skill set, but it's also the coaching staff that they have too that can make. Brock Purdy's a low-rated quarterback, but he's with a really good coaching staff to be a top-rated quarterback in the NFL. Now, his game against, like you said, a Packers team, a hot Packers team coming into a San Francisco where everybody feels like they're the dominant team. If he plays bad, what does this say about having to get one of those big name young quarterbacks that can change your franchise? Because will that hang over their head as something that doesn't work? If Brock Purdy gets through this game, then you can now say again, with good coaching and with a quarterback, whether you think he's high rated or not, as long as I got my guy, we can make these things work. They got the weapons to do it, so I don't think that they don't have the weapons, and I'm not putting that much pressure on Purdy, but I know that that's what's going to be the media take right away before letting that loss go if they go down to the Packers.
Absolutely. Let me get everybody caught up. So that it was a kickoff from Carson to 62 yards down to the Dallas 3. Turbin ran it out to the 31-yard line for 28 yards, but there was a penalty on the play, holding, which brought them back 10 yards and enforced it to Dallas 22 from the Dallas 22, which was put Dallas at the 12-yard line deep in their own territory. Dak Prescott had a short pass to the middle to Tony Pollard to the Dallas 21-yard line for 9 yards on the play. Then there was a timeout. Dak Prescott short pass to the right to CeeDee Lamb, pushed him out of bounds for 2 yards. Nixon was on the tackle, and then Dak Prescott deep pass to the middle to Michael Gallup to the Green Bay 35 for 42 yards. So Dallas is already in Green Bay territory, trying to fight for this season. Oh my goodness. I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock. I can't lie. Even when I said it yesterday, what you say, man? How in the world is Green Bay gonna go in there and beat the How in the world do you think they're gonna go there? So I'm still in a little bit, even though I said it. You know, you say stuff sometimes, you just like, yeah, ain't no way. Because I know how this goes. I don't see this happening, but I see this happening. So even when you don't, when you think about it and you see it, it's just a difference when
The
you
only
see it.
7.
Michael Gallup he showed up finally. I mean, they threw him the ball. Dak Prescott from the 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 35, short pass to Brandon Cooks. He got 6 yards.
Alexander went down on injury.
That is a big loss for the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay still don't want to fall asleep at the wheel here either. Because when you think about it, Dallas gets 2 touchdowns, and you're looking at a 10-point game. Especially if they get it before this third is out. If they could go into the 4th quarter and cut it to 10, then they might be looking at something. Alexander looks like he's hurt for real, too. That looks like a pretty bad injury. And not only that, how does that affect their playoff run if they were to lose Alexander? How would that affect the playoff run? That's the question. Because they are going to need Jair Alexander, especially if they're going to go up against Kittle and Samuels and them boys out there, boys out there in San Francisco. They definitely going to need him. But I'm intrigued about that San Francisco matchup. I'm not going to lie. If they get San Francisco, or if everything goes the way it's going now, and they end up with San Francisco, I am very intrigued by what we would see in that game, because that would be another time that Matt LaFleur is playing Kyle Shanahan. I don't think LaFleur has gotten past Kyle Shanahan. To my understanding, Shanahan has beat him in 3 straight playoff games. Every year he's been there, Shanahan has ended his season. So that is something that LaFleur does have to get over as a coach, because you keep losing to the same guy. Your fan base has a reason to have a problem with that. That's essentially you getting bullied in the playoffs by the same guy. Jordan Love right now is 14 for 17, 231 yards and a touch. Aaron Jones has 16 carries, 59 yards and 3 touches. Romeo Doubs, 5 receptions, 145 yards, 48 yards on 5 targets. Wow. Deontay Vaughn Wicks. I'm just going to say Wicks because his first name is crazy. Wicks with 2 catches, 25 yards. Kraft, 2 catches, 15 yards. Musgrave, 2 catches, 14 yards. Aaron Jones, 1 catch, 3 yards. Michael Gallup has 3 catches for 67 yards on 3 targets. He should be going to Gallup a little bit more. CeeDee Lamb, 7 catches on 12 targets for 51 yards. Ferguson has 4 catches on 6 targets for 31 yards. Brandon Cooks with 3 catches on 5 targets for 12 yards. Pollard, 3 catches on 3 targets for 12 yards as well. Dallas has caused no turnovers and have no sack in this game. Dallas is deep in Green Bay territory, trying to get it in. Incomplete pass from Dak Prescott. They're at the Green Bay 15-yard line. Dak Prescott with an incomplete pass right to Dowell. And so you got a 3rd and 1 for Dallas. They really need this. And if they don't get it, you got to go for it here. But the crazy thing is, if they don't get it and go for it and then don't get it again, it could get ugly. So they got 2 plays to get this first down. They really desperately need this first down. 34-10. Green Bay Packers with 4:13 left in the 3rd quarter. It is a run to Tony Pollard up the middle to the Green Bay 13 for 2 yards. Clark with the tackle. So they did get that first down. They are deep in Green Bay territory right now. 4:07 left on the clock. Man, it is getting ugly. Shout out to everybody up there listening. This is the ETA Money Row and the Nature Sports Podcast. Doing it big, man. Doing it big, man. Doing it big. Y'all know what it is. It's a no-huddle shotgun pass from Dak Prescott. Short right to Tony Pollard for a no-yard gain. It's incomplete. So you got a 2nd and 10 for Dallas at the 13-yard line. This is where Dallas has seemed to have trouble all game long when it comes to scoring points in the red zone. They just seem to be having trouble right now. For sure. Incomplete pass to Dodal. Penalty on Preston Smith. Offsides. 5-yard penalty. So you got a 2nd and 5 on the repeat down for the Cowboys from the Green Bay from the Green Bay 8. And they can still get a first down before they get in the end zone. Prescott scrambles, pushed out of bounds, down at the Green Bay 2 for 6 yards. So they have a first down from the Green Bay 2. It looks like Dallas have a really good chance to get in and cut this lead to 34-17, which would be a 17-point lead. Oh, he almost threw a pick on 2 or 3 plays ago. Green Bay has had a ton of chances to get picks on Dak Prescott. I think once you get your hand on it, you got to end it. But that was on the offside, by Preston Smith, which greatly helped them. Man, shocker in Dallas. Shocker in Dallas. A shocker of great proportions, man. Shocker of great proportions, man. Y'all know what it is. This is the Nature Sports Podcast, man. Doing our thing as we usually do it. The way that we usually do it. And we're going to continue to do it, man. Y'all know what it is. Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys deep in Green Bay territory trying to fight for their season. This current drive is 10 plays, 86 yards, 2:53 off the clock. So they're at least fighting. They are at least fighting. Get you caught up on some NBA scores. Miami Heat up on the Charlotte Hornets, 22-34. The Denver Nuggets beat the Indiana Pacers, 117-109 in that one. In the earlier game. Absolutely, man. Shout out to everybody out there listening. And this is the Nature Sports Podcast. If you're listening on Twitter, if you're listening on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, wherever you're at, man, ride it out with us. We are here doing our thing. Got 2 games to go. I'm going to keep it up, baby. Going to keep it moving. For sure. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. They cut the lead to 17 with 3:03 left in the third. Tony Pollard for the run up the middle for the touchdown. Okay, now, it ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over. Great play for it was a great play. Great play. Can't hate on it. Great play up the middle for the Dallas Cowboys. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Again, just to get y'all caught up, at the Nature Sports Podcast, we got several things going on. Of course, we got our same old gambling thing that we do. Everyday parlay. That's what we call it, the everyday parlay, man. You can catch that various times, again, because the games are at various times here in the NFL. We're going to do a couple special things. We're going to have a college basketball special, try to get you caught up on the college basketball. We're going to have an overseas special, try to get you caught up on the overseas. We'll try to get caught up on hockey as well. We think those things are very important, that you're able to get caught up on all sports all the time. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Again, the Washington Redskins. And I mean, this is just crazy. How they got this thing going. Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers, man. Dallas is down big at home. Shout out to all the Cowboy fans out there. I know it's going to be a tough one if you can't come back and pull this off. If you can, it's going to be total elation. Total elation. So, at all. Everybody out there listening, this is the Nature Sports Podcast here with the Cowboys playoff game. Rolling with it like smoke to tie, no, sorry, to not tie this game, but to go down 17 points. 17 points in this one. This is a ugly game. Just to run over some run over some game time stats for you. Get you caught up on the game time stats. Jordan Love, again, we talked about it. He's 14 for 17. His stats haven't changed. 231 and a touch in this one. Dak Prescott, 21 for 34, 177, a touch and 2 interceptions. He's also been sacked 2 times. Tony Pollard, 14 carries for 52 yards and a touch in this one. So, I mean, I think it might be a little too, I'm not going to say too little too late, because we still got roughly 18 minutes left in this game. However, Dallas really should have went to Pollard a little bit more in this one. I mean, just given the scope of what has happened today in Dallas, I think they should have went to Pollard a little bit more. It's just, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody out there listening, man, in D.C., Maryland, Virginia, whatever it is that you do. You know what I mean? Wherever it is that you at, you watching this one, watching the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Hopefully you are safe and sound and rolling with it, and you are enjoying your game, whether they are winning or losing, which I know you're not enjoying your game if they're losing. I mean, if you're a Cowboy fan right now. And I wouldn't be either. I definitely wouldn't be enjoying the game if I was sitting up in Dallas. You know, if I was sitting up in Dallas, I would not be enjoying this game. Oh, they booing. They booing in Dallas. They are booing in Dallas. Boo. I mean, I would be booing too. I'm not going to lie. I would be booing like a bug out there, man. You don't got no choice but to boo here. You know, you don't got no choice but to boo here, man. Because it's bad. It's bad, man. Y'all, no offense to nobody else out there, none of the Cowboy fans out there listening. I'm not being funny when I say this, but y'all deserve better. Y'all deserve better than that. I'm going to keep it real. Y'all deserve better. You know, it's pretty bad out there. It's pretty bad, you know. So shout out to everybody out there listening, man, whether Cowboy fan or Packer fan. Cowboys struggle against the Packers. For whatever reason, it's like the Redskins. We struggle against Seattle. We struggle against Seattle in the playoffs. I don't know why. Can't call it. Can't figure it out. But against the Seattle Seahawks, we seem to struggle in the playoffs. We struggle against the Packers too. The Packers have been the nemesis of the NFC East, outside of Philadelphia for a while now. So, I mean, this is just is what it is. 34-16. Dallas missed the extra point. So I think they went for 2, sorry. And they did not get it. So therefore, you have a 13-ball game right now. 18-point lead for the Green Bay Packers in Dallas with 3:03 left in the third quarter. During this quarter, Dallas actually leads in this quarter 9-7, but they do not lead in the game. They do not lead in the game. Just to get y'all caught up, it was a kickoff to the Dallas 30 out the end zone from Dallas 35 on the touchback. Left guard for a 10-yard run. Stephon Gilmore on the tackle. Aaron Jones another run to the Dallas 38 for 27 yards. They're about to score again. Dallas defense. I don't know what happened to them. I would have thought that they would have come to play, at least come to play right now. They have not. And this is ugly. Very ugly. Very, 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 very ugly. Just to keep it real, man. I got to keep it real on that one. This is very, very ugly. You know. And again, for all the Cowboy fans out there, y'all been talking trash all year long. Y'all been talking trash all year long. So this is no surprise to see what happened to y'all today. No surprise at all, man. At all. Touchdown! Jordan Love to Musgrave, 38 yards, 41-16. Oh my goodness. Woo! Woo! Touchdown! Oh my God. Look at this. I mean, he was wide open. I mean, this is ugly. Oh my goodness. What is going on, man? Let's get Vido back in here. What's happening, Vido? I mean, now do we blame the defensive coordinator? Now is it his fault a little bit?
Del Rio got fired for shit just like this.
Yes. I think Stephen A's gonna be partying tomorrow. Stephen A gonna be partying tomorrow tonight. You know, I gotta find me a Cowboy hat. What I said, if the Packers win, I might find me a Cowboy hat. That's what I said on air. Did I say that on air? If the Packers win, I have to find me a Cowboy hat. I'm a Cowboy hatted up too. Oh my goodness, I don't even have no daggone Cowboy hat. I gotta find one.
You gotta wear it for the Cowboy fans?
For the Cowboy fans.
So that they can be reminded that they fans.
And right. This was a playoff loss.
This is worse than any of our regular season losses. This makes up for all of our regular season losses.
It does. It does. This is massively ugly. Massively ugly. This is massively ugly. I mean, man. I never
no Cowboy fan I know
41
is going to answer the phone after this. None of them.
No.
And I know a lot of them.
Jerry Jones may come down to the sideline now. He may be on the sideline just to look at people in their face. Just to look at people in their face.
He gonna look at Dan Quinn and be like, "Who you talk to? Who you talk to, Dan? Who called you? Who called you before this game?"
Right. Dallas did. They did put up 45. They did put up 45 for weeks at home. Look now. They did. This makes up for the 83-20 they beat us during the season. This makes up for that. I'm going to keep it real because this was in the playoffs. It's one thing to beat a team in the regular season and really beat up on them, especially at the end of the season when they about to get the number 2 overall pick. Okay. Just to give it a little excuse there. I don't like losing to the Cowboys at all, but under those circumstances, hey, whatever. Now, it is a whole nother ball game to go in the playoffs at home in front of your home crowd with the biggest stadium in the NFL, or one of the biggest ones, and get rocked like that.
It's still a fourth quarter to go.
That was a heck of a play call, though, for Matt LaFleur. Let's be clear about that. That play call was like that. That play call to the tight end was like that. Like that. LaFleur showing off out there. Just to get y'all caught up, it was a kick and a touchback. Carlson kicked it out the end zone, touchback to 35. That's
It's still the third quarter.
With a short middle throw. Exact. And they got 41 already. They got 41 already. They need to keep scoring. Keep scoring. I want to see 60. I want to see 60. If they can get to 60, hey, let's see 60. Let's at least get 2 more touchdowns, then you might can get to 60. Get 2 more touchdowns, and we might can get you to 60. So far, quarter for quarter, the Packers have 7, 20, and 14 now in the third quarter. The Cowboys broken double digits in the fourth quarter yet. This is crazy right now. This is crazy right now. I don't know what to say. I have no idea what to even. But again, the Dallas Cowboy fans, I can imagine they're going to pour out of the stadium right now, and you won't have anybody left in the stadium. I can imagine. I can imagine the stadium is about to be empty soon. They need to protest. Dallas Cowboy fans need to protest. They need to leave and protest. You know what I'm saying?
Protest what?
Protest this laws. Protest McCarthy. Protest something.
They challenging the catch.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Love does look good. Love looks good, man. Love Jordan.
Average age of the Packers is 25 years old. Youngest team to make the playoffs since the Bills in 74.
Wow. That's OJ in them. That's OJ in them. Bills in 74. That's OJ. That was the 2,000 yard season for OJ. That was the year he got 2,000. So that's the OJ Simpson. Shout out to OJ Simpson, man. Shout out to OJ Simpson, man. That's the OJ team. The Packers, because they're challenging, I tend to think they're still going to play this straight up. They not about to let this just go any old way.
No, look like they making plays, making tackles. Dak still doesn't have 200 yards.
I mean, this is bad. Just to get y'all caught up.
Number 1 offense in the league, average yards per play is 4.9.
Just to get y'all caught up, it is there was a short pass where they challenged it, and the ruling was upheld as a catch, as an incomplete pass. Sorry, and so Dak Prescott short passed to Tony Pollard for 5 yards on the no huddle. Dallas passes again to Tony Pollard for no gain. No huddle. Dallas passes incomplete to Tony Pollard. They have to punt the ball. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my.
4th and 5. About to have to punt that.
They gotta punt again. I'm going for it. Well, you don't want to go for it because then
Jack Del Rio was fired for such things.
Then they could score 60 right there. If you punt it, they can score 60. They can score 60. They could score 60, man. This is bad. This is bad.
They
3
going
seconds
for
left.
it.
Oh, they're going for it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Green Bay gets the ball. Oh my goodness. In Dallas territory. Incomplete to Talbert. This is embarrassing.
Did
Cowboys
Jack
fans.
Del Rio not get fired for this same thing? Did he not
Yes.
get fired for yelling at B-Enemy for doing McCarthy? What are you doing?
Yes.
I told you Kellen Moore was going to lead his game smiling.
This is bad, man. This is bad. Oh my goodness. And then with the play they did on fourth down, like, come on, y'all. Come
Not
on.
even to CD Lamb.
Dak Prescott looked like he about to cry. Dak Prescott looked like he about to cry. Dak Prescott looked like he about to cry out there. Oh my gosh. Dak Prescott looks like he's about to cry. What is going on, Cowboys fans? What is going on? No joke. The good parlay for the Lions game, I think you may want to definitely take the Lions. That's one. The one game parlays, we really don't try, in my personal opinion, you don't want to do over 3, maybe 4 before stretching it. But I think you take the Lions. I'll see what we could do. Let me look at the over. Over under, I believe, is 53 on that game. That is a high over under. However, I do think because this one went over, I think that one could definitely go under. I'm gonna make sure though, just to give y'all. Yeah, so I would take the Lions for sure. Take the Lions. Take the under. I would take the under. That's 2. And I do believe that everybody's gonna pick St. Brown. So whoever, let me see who the second receiver is over there. I know Hawkinson is hurt. Take the Lions starting tight end because he's not going to get a lot of love. But Hawkinson is hurt, and Jared Goff will use him today. Take him with the catches. I think the over under on his catches is like 3, maybe 4. So you could take the Lions tight end on the catches, and then I would take the under in that one, and I would take the Lions. So that's a good 3-game parlay for you. That's a good 3-game parlay for you, for sure.
I'm gonna look at the Rams. But you talking about that's for the next game? I mean,
for the next game. That's the next game. The Rams and Lions.
I'm gonna look at that game closely because McVay is still the coach with the Rams.
Yeah. I agree.
And everybody that's a former coach that's in the playoffs that is associated with the Redskins is doing pretty daggone good.
Yeah.
LaFleur is getting this win for the Redskins.
Jordan Love right now is 15 for. Oh yeah. Yeah. He definitely is. Hey, he knows. Yep. He knows.
Yeah. And it's in their home too.
He understood what we needed right now.
It's in Jerry's world.
He understood.
100,000.
And guess what? LaFleur was on that staff. He was on that RG3 staff. Oh, Aaron Jones. Oh, he's down to the 20-yard line. These people about to score again. Hey, don't pull it back, LaFleur. Score again. Go for 2, matter of fact, after you score. Go for 2. Forget it, man. Forget it. But LaFleur, just so that everybody understands, LaFleur was on that staff with RG3, who went into Jerry World and obliterated them on Thanksgiving with RG3. So just a little context. LaFleur was on that staff. Dak Prescott looks shell-shocked. He looks shell-shocked. Another run up the middle out of bounds. I think
Aaron
the Packers
Jones is the guy to bet with against the Cowboys, man. He has been destroying the Cowboys since. Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
He is the key leader of the Cowboys.
Man. Aaron Jones averages 123 yards, and 6 touchdowns in 3 games. First 3 games against the Cowboys. Today he has 115 yards and 3 touchdowns. Wow. Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones. Hands it off up the middle. Great run, man. Great hard run. Great hard run, man. Just to get y'all caught up on this drive. Get y'all caught up on this drive, man. This is let's just say that. This is amazing to watch. This is amazing to watch. Let me get you caught on the drive, man. I'm flabbergasted. I am flabbergasted at what I'm seeing. Flabbergasted. Gasted, flabbergasted. This is really ugly. It's another handoff up the middle. You got a first down, Green Bay, deep in Dallas territory. Looks like he's going to get 3 out of this drive, if nothing else. You know, it looks like they're going to get another. I mean, wow. Shout out to everybody out there listening, man. This is the Nature's Podcast, Sports Podcast. Love, like 15 for 18, 269, 2 touchdowns. I mean, oh my, look at McCarthy. McCarthy, look, he on suicide watch. McCarthy the one that should be on suicide. To lose to your former team like this, to the guy that replaced you. How does it feel to lose like this to the guy that replaced you? On this drive, just to get y'all caught up, the drive started at the Dallas 40. Aaron Jones ran it for 19 yards. Then they gave it to Wilson, who went to the left end for 4. On the 2nd and 6, Wilson ran up the middle 5. They got a first down where Wilson ran up the middle again to the Dallas 11 for 1 yard. Jordan Love, incomplete pass to Reed. And right now you got Wilson. Wilson left tackle for 4 yards to the Dallas. To the Dallas 4 for 7 yards. And then you got Wilson up the middle to the Dallas 3 for 1 yard on the 3rd and 3. So it looks like they're going to get a field goal out of this one. I would go for it. Yup, 41 to 16. I would go for it, just to go for it. DeMarcus Lawrence with the tackle. I believe Micah Parsons is still playing. This is the worst loss right now in Dallas playoff history. Y'all are watching history. The worst loss in Dallas Cowboys history. Who was the one saying that Dallas was a Super Bowl contender? Where they at now? I'm just saying. A lot of people said Dallas was a Super Bowl contender. A lot of people. Where those folks at now? Where those folks at now?
About to get a raise. Matt LaFleur about to get a raise.
Yeah. LaFleur, I think, can coach way better.
They scored a touchdown.
Oh my goodness. Touchdown, Green
Watch
Bay
the throw.
Packers.
Watch the throw by Jordan Love, bro. Oh my God.
4th and 2. They went for it. Oh, they went. Oh my goodness.
Bro, the guts to make that throw. Look at the throw, bro.
Oh my goodness. It was amazing throw. Amazing throw through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Cowboys.
Oh
this
my
is
God.
LaFleur is not pouring. LaFleur is not letting up. They have 48 points. It is 10 minutes left in this ball game. 10:23 left in this ball game. 48 to 16. They're gonna tear that stadium up before they leave. They're gonna start ripping the seats out the stands. They're gonna start ripping the seats out the stands. They're gonna make Jerry pay for. They're gonna make Jerry pay for this.
Hey, bro, they're gonna have to check on Jerry after this game. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, threaded the needle. Did
he ain't never lost like this before, bro.
Yeah, I mean, fired. Never in the playoffs.
Dan Quinn is fired. I'm telling you, somebody called that man before the game, offering him a head coaching job. And as soon as Mike McCartney started doing the be enemy stuff, He said, "Yeah, that's it. We'll pull the brakes."
Just
We gonna-
as I remember when they lost like this on a Monday nighter, not in the playoffs, but you remember when Wade Phillips was their coach?
It's
When
the
Jason
playoff.
Garrett became coach, they lost to Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips lost 52 to
It's
16 or whatever it was, and they
the
fired him, and then
playoff.
Jason Garrett became the coach. I know.
It's
This is the playoffs.
playoffs, bro. It's the
Yeah. This
playoffs.
is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is ultraly embarrassing.
This makes up for any loss that we took this year on a 4-win season. There was no expectations for a 4-win team.
I know. I
There
know.
was laughter and there was joy. There
This
was
is great.
pleasantry. There was hate. There was y'all was this and y'all was that. We are
Yes.
at home watching a glorious playoff game.
Yo.
I'm not gonna hold you. I would rather rebuild than be supposedly this good. Number one in stats. I'm talking about number one
Yeah.
offensively,
Yeah.
top 5, top 7 in defense.
Yeah.
To I don't hear anything. Crickets.
Yeah. 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 Somebody getting fired for sure.
Y'all didn't have it. This not a bad week. I had to play the first week. All right, cool. Wild card stuff.
He said Dan Quinn leaving anyway. I mean, is he?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If Dan, yes, he's got to go. Like Jerry's got to fire somebody. And if you got a head coaching job somewhere else that's offered to you, you're not gonna stay the DC of what just happened there. You're gonna stay for that.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a point.
The only thing you don't have is Trayvon Diggs. You think Trayvon Diggs makes 30 points worth of difference?
Yeah. 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 No, I don't. I don't think Trayvon Diggs is worth 30 points. No way. And something happened. I don't know what happened. Maybe they got a little lax after they beat us the way that they thought. I believe they slept on the wheel. I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is where I speak candidly. They slept on the Packers. The Packers were not. They looked at that record, saying this team has Jordan Love at quarterback. This is not Aaron Rodgers coming in here, and they thought it was sweet. What they should have looked at with the 4,100 yards we looked at last night. You know what I mean? They should have looked at 4,100 yards we looked at last night.
He's 400 yards less than Dak and threw 2 more interceptions than Dak did, maybe 3. I think he threw 12 interceptions or 11, which would be 3 more interceptions than Dak, and maybe 4 or 5 touchdowns less, 400 or 500 yards less than Dak. Touchdowns were similar and everything. You know what I'm saying? Quarterback rating was around the same thing and everything. So, you're dealing with a quarterback that was put under the same, same type of scrutiny, or at least the same type of offense, or the same type of firepower. You know what I'm saying? Given the helm to do so, and he wasn't too bad.
Absolutely. This might be the worst playoff loss in Cowboys history. Just overall, I mean, for them to go 2 seasons in a row. Did they win the first game in the playoffs last year?
Yeah.
Okay. They beat Tampa Bay. Yeah, they beat Tom Brady. That was his last game. They beat Tom Brady in his last game. Yeah. But that's another thing. The only playoff win you have in the last 10 seasons is against a 45-year-old quarterback. Literally a 45-year-old quarterback. Literally, though. That I'm not exaggerating when I say he was 45 years old when you played him. He literally was 45 years old when you played him. That's it. Dak Prescott, man, let me get y'all caught up on this drive. We still got 10 minutes left in this one. The score is 48-16. The Green Bay Packers up on the Dallas Cowboys in a shocker in Dallas. The Dallas, after the touchdown, you had Dak Prescott, a short pass to Ferguson for 12 yards, no huddle. Dak Prescott to Tony Pollard for 4 yards, no huddle. Dak Prescott, short middle to CeeDee Lamb to the 47 for 12 yards. Dak Prescott, another short pass to Brandon Cooks out of bounds for 9 yards at the Green Bay 30. Dallas is actually in Green Bay territory. Dak Prescott, short pass to Tony Pollard for 8 yards And then another Prescott short pass to Michael Gallup for 23 yards to the 7-yard line. Dallas need to be careful because what happened was.
I'm about to say, side note, Jordan Love may walk away with the best first postseason game in Packers history between Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre.
Yeah, bro. No, that Brett Favre. I mean, that Aaron Rodgers game. Even though they lost 4-23, I remember watching that game. Actually, me and you we watched that game together. I don't think you remember. We were in the Red Lounge. We was in the Red Lounge. You remember that? Watching that game against Arizona?
Yep.
We was in the Red Lounge watching that game. Yeah, down on U Street. Shout out to everybody out there listening, man. It's the Nature Sports Podcast. This is crazy. This is crazy. We're watching the Green Bay Packers up on the Dallas Cowboys, 48-16 in Dallas, at home, in front of their getting totally, massively, I don't know, obliterated is the best word I could use. Dallas is in Green Bay territory trying to get some points on the board so that at least minimum they can make this look a little better than 48-16. But my thing is, if they could keep trying to score, I think Green Bay should keep trying to score, just in my opinion. I want to keep scoring. We're going to keep scoring too. Oh, well. Dak Prescott back to pass. He throws it. It looks like Dallas is close to a touchdown. Did they score yet? Let's see what we got going on. They're down to the 2-yard line. Dak Prescott is sacked. Oh, my goodness. By Van Ness. Van Ness with the sack. Oh, my goodness. This is just crazy, man. This is just crazy. Oh, my goodness. You got a 3rd and goal for the Dallas Cowboys from the 7-yard line. I guess Mike McCarthy is getting his last little play calls in for the season because he knows his season is over. So you might as well just let me get my last little bit of running right quick because this one is over. You know, this is going to be the end of the season. I ain't going to see y'all till next year. So I'm going to make it look good, baby.
His job is on the line?
Yes.
After a loss like this?
Yes.
The opportunity
he might get fired.
Belichick because Belichick is out there?
Let me say this. I do believe Jerry Jones is going to have a conversation with Belichick. But I don't think but let me say this. I don't know how well that works because Jerry likes to have control. And that's why him and Jimmy Johnson clashed because Jimmy Johnson ain't about to give up no control. And so him and Jimmy Johnson, that's why Jimmy Johnson retired early after the 2nd Super Bowl. And Barry Switzer came in and won the Super Bowl because they clashed because Jimmy Johnson wanted not only touchdown Dallas Cowboys, not only did he want the Ferguson with the 2nd touchdown of the game, because Jimmy Johnson was getting a lot of the credit, and Jerry wasn't getting any of the credit. And so Jerry had to prove that he could do it without him. And he said, oh, yeah, and yeah, John Harbaugh is out there too. John Harbaugh is out there. That's the question. Does Dallas make a play on John Harbaugh if they decide not to go with McCarthy no more?
Well, I definitely don't think that they leave McCarthy as the coach if we get a coaching staff that's respectable, because I know Jerry Jones is not going to let that fly like that. He knows rivalry and all of that means in the division.
Yeah, he's been around. He's been around since it was real.
This and representation.
Yeah.
And on your home field, bro. You always gave
I think it's going to be 50, not almost. I think this goes to 50. Dallas on a timeout. Well, they got the 2-point conversion. It's 48-24.
By the same amount of points that they got. So essentially it's 24.
Yeah, it's 24-0. Essentially. They literally haven't gained any traction in the second half. It was 27-7 at the end of the first half. They actually lost traction.
Wow,
there was a Super Bowl.
They actually lost traction. This is extremely ugly for the Dallas Cowboys, man. This is extremely ugly. This is extremely ugly. I have know what the Dallas Cowboys plan on doing, you know. But yes, you're absolutely right. John Harbaugh's out there. I think they can make a play for Harbaugh. I mean, I think they can make a play for Harbaugh. I don't know if Harbaugh's contract is up, but a lot of people are putting a play in on Harbaugh. So, I mean, it's mentioning Harbaugh. So I don't know why he's being mentioned so much, but he is being mentioned a lot. So, maybe they do make a play for Harbaugh. Maybe we make a play for Harbaugh. I'm really interested in seeing what the Redskins do, especially like Vido said. What happens to the NFC East if both the Eagles and the Cowboys go out in the first round? I think that shakes up the division a little bit. If both teams go out in the first round, that shakes up. Yeah, that shakes up the division.
But that's what I'm saying. Here's the thing. Roster-wise, they can't shake up but so much because these guys are locked into contracts for a lot of these guys. So unless they about to trade people, it's not that many people that's going to be leaving, and they got people that they got to think about resigning. It's hard to do that when you don't have coaches. You know,
that's true.
Because why?
That's true. That's true. That's true. They don't have coaches. I agree there. Yeah, it shakes up. But let me say this. Sirianni is a good coach. I think Sirianni is a good coach. I think Sirianni does what's sensible. I think he's young. And I think even if he's having personnel problems with some of the teams that he had, and with some of the things that he got going on, I still think that Sirianni is viable. I'm not going to go that far. Sirianni has been to a Super Bowl in his first 3 seasons. Or I think it was his first season, where he took them in his first season, took the Eagles to the Super Bowl, or even his second season. He took the Eagles to the Super Bowl. So that's one thing as far as Sirianni goes. So they're valuable. They're valuable. They're valuable. Now, now that makes that Eagle game even more. I agree with you. If the Eagles go out, if the Eagles go out to Tampa Bay tomorrow, that would be even more an unexpected game than this one. I don't think it's more unexpected than this one. Well, Tampa Bay has the same record as Green Bay, but the Eagles didn't win a division, and the Eagles are not at home. It's an onside kick. They almost got it. But now you get the ball at the 50-yard line. So I think Green Bay has an opportunity to put more points on the board here. But remember, the Eagles are playing in Tampa Bay. So that's why the fact that Dallas got beat like this at home, makes this game a little bit more more of a shocker, in my opinion. Because it's the playoffs. Those tickets are super expensive. You don't want to put up a dud like this to your home field. Like, those fans are booing. They have every right to boo, to be honest. Even though these are Cowboy fans, and I don't want to say it, but they have every right to boo. They have every right to boo. Because who pays all this money for tickets to see these people go out there like that and get mopped off? You know what I mean? So that's why I say this is just a little bit more of a shocker because they're at home. Now, the Eagles could very well go into Tampa Bay and really beat them. Tampa Bay is a good team. However, they have Todd Bowles at defensive coordinator. And so Todd Bowles is a very aggressive defensive coordinator, and I expect him to have that team ready to play. Todd Bowles haven't had a lot of opportunities to play in the playoffs, even when he was with the Jets. I don't think they made the playoffs not one time. So, or when he was with the Cardinals, I'm not sure they made the playoffs. I think he was coordinating the playoff with the Cardinals. So I expect them to have that team ready to play. They got dogs over there: Villa, Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield. I think he's had one of his better seasons. So I expect them to really go out there and put up a fight. But I'm not sure both NFC East teams are going to go out in the first round. I'm not sure I can expect that. So, got to be careful. If you're betting on Tampa Bay tomorrow, you better be very careful because it'll be a bit of a shocker if if the Eagles went out as well against Tampa Bay. They have taken Jordan Love out of the game. Jordan Love is out of the game. Oh my goodness. Aaron Jones also is out of the game. The Green Bay Packers have removed their starters from the game. Who would have thought that with 5 minutes left in this game, 5 minutes left, that they would remove their starters out of the game? But hey, I want to see them put up some more points. We want a 50 burger. We want 50. We want 50, like 50 cent, baby. 50. We want 50, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey. So it is 5:54 left in 48 to 23. Sorry, 48 to 24 in this game. Dallas have used their second timeout. They are still fighting. Dallas still fighting, and you can't hate that. It's 5 minutes left. So it's a 3rd and 10. Virtually you get a stop. Let's say you get a 1 minute drive. You cut it to, then you'll cut it to 17. You get another 3 and out. Then you're looking at a 10-point game potentially. I know 50 would be so beautiful. You know what I mean? That's why I think that Green Bay need to be careful. I think they pulled Jordan Love out a little prematurely. I get why they did it. But I'm not sure that they should have done that. They went 3 straight runs out. Now they're going to give the ball back to the Cowboys. So I get it. They feel like they got this under control. The wild card games tonight at 8 p.m. We're going to have the Lions. That's the game of the night, Lions and Rams, but we thought it was at least. We thought this might be a blowout. Just didn't think the Packers would be blowing anybody out. But obviously, they had different plans. And really the Dallas Cowboy faithful, it looks like when I'm looking at the stands, a lot of them are still there. So, I bet you they still there. All that money they paid for them seats. They paid for them seats. They will get every minute out of this. This is the last game of the season. So, for them. So, I guess, for the Cowboy fans, they want us hanging. No, the seats are kind of empty too. Let me rephrase that. I got a close-up shot of the seats, the stands. Seats are pretty empty. Jordan Love today, man, got to be the player of the game, man. Jordan Love, man, he definitely showed his tail. But even though if you want to say player of the game, yes, you'll give it to Jordan Love. But this was the Matt LaFleur game to me. This was the Matt LaFleur game. Matt LaFleur really came in, showed up, and showed out in this one, and showed who he was as a coach. Showed why Aaron Rodgers and everybody else who was there who might have doubted him, why they were wrong for doubting him. This guy's a good coach, man. We got to give him more credit. Dak Prescott is running outside of the pocket. He gets hit, knocked down. He gets up, pops right on back up. 4:34 left in the fourth quarter. Dak Prescott is in hurry-up offense. I'm going to get y'all caught all the way up on what is going on out there. It's on the first play. Dallas got the ball deep in their own territory. On the drive, Dak Prescott scrambles for a first. Oh, he throws to CeeDee Lamb. It's a catch. Dallas down to the 30-yard line. A catch for CeeDee Lamb. Garbage time, baby. Garbage time. 33-yard throwing catch from Dak Prescott to CeeDee Lamb. Down to the Green Bay 33 for 47 yards. Anderson with the tackle. So they are driving it down on the no huddle. Tony Pollard up the middle for 5 yards to the Green Bay 28-yard line. Wooden on the tackle. It's a penalty as well. Unnecessary roughness. 14 yards enforced on the penalty. 15 yards enforced on the penalty at the Green Bay 28-yard line. So that'll take them down to the Green Bay 14-yard line. Dallas could have gotten the 1 minute. Right now they are 1 minute into this drive, and they are already down to the Green Bay 14-yard line. So they might have gotten the 1 minute drive that they needed. I said that they needed. Again, touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott throw to Ferguson. Ferguson with his 3rd touchdown in this one. 30-48. 30-48. That was a bad penalty though. It was a bad unnecessary roughness penalty on Slayton. Bad penalty on Slayton. So you got a 30-48 game. Dallas is only down by 17, and they got the 2 point. They down by 2 possessions, 16-point ball game. 16-point ball game. So I don't know. It was premature in my opinion. Premature. I'm not sure you take Jordan Love out, and I'm not sure you don't try to score there. 3:25 left in this one. You got a 2-possession game. You got a 2-possession game. So I'm not sure you don't try to score there. You know. Dak Prescott in shotgun. 1-2. You have split. Everybody split out. That was on the 2-point conversion in which they got on the 2-point attempt. They'll try an onside kick. Let me say this. If Dallas somehow gets this onside kick, Green Bay's in trouble. Then you got to put Jordan Love back in the game. You would have to put Jordan Love back in the game. For sure. You got to put Jordan Love back in the game if Dallas gets the onside kick. It just is what it is. I don't think they should have taken him out anyway. It's a playoff game. You got to let him finish the game. You know. And I mean, that might get some national conversation tomorrow. That might get some national conversation about whether Jordan Love was taken out of the game prematurely. And if you ask me, it might be a situation where he was. You got a 16-point ball game again. Shout out for the Cowboys for not giving up. As much trash as I talk, as much whatever as I talk, shout out to the Cowboys for not giving up. Another onside kick. It's rolling. Okay. Green Bay got it. Green Bay jumps on it. Green Bay has the ball. I don't think they should go 3 and out here. You know. NFC Championship droughts. Washington on that list. Cowboys are on that list, and the Lions is on that list. Yep. Green Bay has had 9 NFC championships since our last appearance, since the Cowboys' last appearance. It's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. Stephen Jones up there with Jerry Jones, they're talking. Everybody's talking. I mean, it's pretty bad, man. Pretty bad. Handoff up the middle. It looks like Dan Quinn, man. Dan Quinn gave up 48. 48. I mean, he's a good coach. Let's not get beside ourselves. Dan Quinn is a good coach, but he didn't have his best outing today. Let's be clear about that. He didn't have his best outing today. Just to get you caught up on this drive, after the run of Aaron Jones off the left tackle on the 2nd and 9, Dallas at the 43-yard line. It was a timeout by Dallas. Aaron Jones up the middle for 2 yards. Tackle by Jaron Kearse. It's another timeout. No, it wasn't another timeout. And then, it was another timeout after the second curry to Jones. Now you got a 3rd and 7 at the Dallas 41-yard line. And it was the 3rd timeout by Green Bay. I think you got to pass the ball here. Jordan Love is back in the game. Again, they took him out way prematurely. It's just way too premature, man. Way too premature. You really don't want to take, on the playoff game at least, you really don't want to take your starting quarterback. I don't care how much you think you up. You don't really want to take your starting quarterback out until the last 2 minutes of the game. You know. I agree. He has had a lot of talent out there. I agree with that. But Dan Quinn can coach. They had a top 5. Since Dan Quinn has been there, they've been top 5 every year. So, you got to give a man some credit. You got to give him a little credit. Dan Quinn is a good coach. Even when he's been to a Super Bowl as a head coach with the Falcons. And they were up. They should have won the Super Bowl because they were up 28-3. So, that was his team. That was that Falcon team that lost to the Patriots in 2018. He was up. Oh, no, what's that 20? Yeah, 2016. Sorry. He was. Oh, it was a drop by the Packers. The Packers have to punt it. Punts to the Dallas 8-yard line. Dallas do get the ball back with 2:22 left in the fourth quarter. An interception would seal it for the Packers here. But Dan Quinn, he's a good coach though. They've been top 5. We have a bunch. Yeah, right. The 28-3. They were up. He should have a ring now as a head coach. To be honest, there's no way that they're supposed to let anybody come back from 28-3 at halftime. That's pretty bad. If you run the ball, you virtually end the game easily. So Dan Quinn is a decent coach. He's a good coach, no doubt about that. However, this wasn't his best outing at all. This was not his best outing. He was outcoached today. Matt LaFleur outcoached him. He outcoached him. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, I guess they think that they can somehow come back in this game. Dak Prescott right now is 35 for 50, 333, 3 touchdowns and 2 picks in this game. I think the fact that the Cowboys continue to play, McCarthy might have known his job was on the line. So throw down it middle deep to CeeDee Lamb, bat it down. And then you had on the second pass, a pass to the deep right, to Brandon Cooks, to the Dallas 26 for 18 yards. Nixon on the tackle. Yep. Yeah, he can coach. He can coach. Quinn can coach for sure. Prescott, it's a 2-minute warning at this point. At the Dallas 26-yard line, 2-minute warning. The Green Bay Packers, the 9-8 Green Bay Packers are up 48-32 on the 12-5 Dallas Cowboys. Just to bring y'all some final numbers, should be final. Not final yet, though. Not final yet. Should be, though. Should be final. Just to bring y'all some numbers. Let's get y'all some numbers up here. Jordan Love is 16 for 21, 272 in this game. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and no sacks. Dak Prescott, 36 for 52 right now. 351, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 3 sacks in this one. Aaron Jones, 21 carries for 118 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tony Pollard, 15 carries, 56 yards, 1 touchdown. Romeo Doubs, 6 receptions for 151 yards and a touchdown. Luke Musgrave, 3 receptions, 52 yards and a touchdown. Wicks, 2 receptions, 25 yards and a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb has 9 receptions for 110 yards, 15 targets in this one. Michael Gallup, 5 receptions for 84 yards. Jake Ferguson, 8 receptions, 75 yards. Brandon Cooks, 5 receptions, 39 yards on 7 targets. And Tony Pollard, 7 receptions, 29 yards. The Dallas Cowboys may be looking to get a receiver early. Because they threw the ball to CeeDee Lamb way too much. 15 targets for CeeDee Lamb. That's what some quarterbacks throw in the whole game. Yes, it did. Yeah, they saw a bunch of they saw the defense ran a bunch of substitutes of hurry up and caught. Yeah, yeah, they did. They did. I agree. I agree. I agree. I totally agree. Mika Parsons is the standout over there on the Dallas sideline. You know, on defense at least, he's the mega standout over there. So you want to run whatever you can when he ain't on the field anyway. However, I do think that the one mistake LaFleur made was taking Jordan Love out prematurely. I just think that's the one mistake that I've seen that he's made thus far. 48-32 in the fourth. Dallas up big. Sorry, Green Bay up big on the Cowboys. Let me reverse that. Green Bay up big on the Cowboys. Not Dallas up. Green Bay is up big. 16 points. 147 left in the fourth. Jake Ferguson's had a great game. 10 receptions on 12 targets, 93 yards, and 3 touchdowns. That's something to keep an eye on. Green Bay may have a problem guarding tight ends. So it's just something to keep an eye on. Because 10 receptions on 12 targets is really good. It's really good. It is really good. Dak Prescott, short pass to Brandon Cooks to the right, pushed out of bounds for 8 yards. That was on the 3rd and 3 as a first down. From the Dallas, they're still in their territory, Dallas is, but however, they are approaching midfield. They hanging in there. They hanging in there. They hanging in there, trying to pull something out, pull a miracle out at the end of the game. So we've seen stranger things happen. Pass to Gallup to the Green Bay 29 for 19 yards. Ballotine with the tackle. So they're deep in Green Bay territory virtually. If they can get a touchdown in the onside, they might get tie the game up. As crazy as that sounds. Prescott deep pass to the right to CeeDee Lamb, incomplete from the 29-yard line. So again, if Dallas can tie this up, if Dallas can get a touchdown here, they'll have an opportunity with the onside kick to tie this up. It's 1:15 left in the game. That's highly unlikely and highly improbable. However, it's a possibility. So you're saying we got a chance. Yes, you're saying you got a chance. The Green Bay Packers won every quarter in this game, save the last one, which Dallas has 16 points, and the Green Bay Packers have 7. Short pass to Schumacher to the Green Bay 22 for 7 yards. So you have virtually a 3rd and 3 at the Green Bay 26-yard line. This is going down to the wire. Dak Prescott sacked by guess who? Washington fans. Preston Smith with the sack that may have sealed the game. It's a 3rd. That was a minus. So you still got a 4th down. 4th and 8 on the play, which is the game for Dallas. That is the game for Dallas. Which we pretty much knew how this one was going to play out. Dak Prescott, incomplete to CeeDee Lamb, his last play of the season. His last pass of the season was to CeeDee Lamb, incomplete on the 4th and 8. This one is over. Over. 16 seconds left in this one. The Cowboys looks like they're going to take this L, man. A really bad L, man, for the team. A really bad L for Jerry Jones. A really bad L pretty much for everybody involved. Really bad ill for everybody involved here, man. Just to be clear. 16 seconds left. All Green Bay has to do is sit on this one, and you have a loss in the playoffs at home once again for the Dallas Cowboys. Green Bay Packers will be moving on. That is the end of the fourth. Shout out to all the Packers fans listening in. This is the Nature Sports Podcast. It's a great game, man. For the Packers, at least. I know the Cowboy fans are heated. They are heated. Let me get Vido back in here.
Probably at least $5,000.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
They was trying.
So what happened? They tried. They tried at the end. They didn't give up.
Tried.
That's the most I could give them. They didn't give up.
It's still 48-17 to me. It's still 48-17 to me.
They don't get no credit for the other ones. Yeah, they don't. They really don't. They really don't. Matt LaFleur outcoached both Mike McCarthy and he outcoached Dan Quinn today. He outcoached two head coaches today, in my opinion. It was massive. It was a massive outcoaching too. It wasn't a little bit. He massively outcoached them in Dallas. The Green Bay Packers will be moving on to take on the San Francisco 49ers. We're just waiting to see what happens with the other games and to see what the other matchup will be. But we definitely know based on record. Oh, I don't know, though. If Tampa Bay wins, they might face 49ers as well. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Much love to you, Sean, man. You rolled it out with us. For sure, man. For sure, man. It's been real, man. It's been real. We will be bringing y'all the second game of the evening, which is the game that everybody been waiting for. I guess we've been talking about it all week. Detroit Lions and the of Los Angeles Rams with the quarterback swap. We call that the quarterback swap game. You see who brings it out again. I believe the Lions going to pull it out. Just an early prediction for everybody out there who might be listening, want to get a little few bets in. What we going to do, the game's time start at 8:15. So what we're going to do is give y'all 15 minutes to get whatever bets in you want to get in. And we're going to see y'all at game time. Vido, you got any final thoughts here?
Yes. The Cowboys. You know what to the Cowboys. I'm
going to say this. It does feel good, man. I can woosah now.
And they were division champs, too.
The division champs.
Poor representation.
Horrible representation.
Poor representation.
You know.
Like I said, I don't. Yeah, if anybody follows me on the Nature Podcast show, I don't give any credit to stats on blowouts. If you start doing whatever you're doing, this whole little comeback thing, none of that matters. Those touchdowns were cute. Cute don't roll over in football, bro. I'm sorry, that don't count for nothing to me. All right, that comeback. If you don't win, those stats don't matter for nothing.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
That was a blowout. And
that was a blowout.
Green Bay also probably was told the same thing I used to get told when I was coaching, is that enough already. We got another opponent. We don't want to show them everything we got.
Steve has already got his cowboy hat. He already. That was the first thing that popped up, man. That's the first thing popped up over Twitter, man. It's Stephen A with the cowboy hat on.
Stephen A.
It's Stephen A with the cowboy hat on, man. I gotta show some love to it, man. He hate the Cowboys just as much as I hate the Cowboys. So, we gotta get this in. Again, man, it's the Nature Sports Podcast, ETA Buddy Rowe, Uptown Vido, brought you the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. We're going to give y'all about 15 minutes until game time. We want y'all to get a chance to get your bets in, and then we're going to be right back here on the Nature Sports Podcast with the Rams and the Detroit Lions in Detroit. The first playoff game in Detroit since 93. 30 years. So we really want to see what Detroit got for us. And everything in between, baby. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back here on the Nature Sports Podcast.
Yes, sir.